Will you stop dicking around with the gun already?
Sorry.
Okay. Well, since we're already live and you just saw that little kerfuffle, this is a horrible show, a terrible show. Absolutely the worst. You can ask anyone about it. People often do. We are here in studio again. We got Logan and John here. We got lots of news going on. See in the comments about your gun already? Well,
no, it's just I am testing our audio here. And so it's funny to watch it show up late on my phone after hearing you guys say it. So
wait till you start hearing yourself, I guess, in a few 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Close.
Oh, I was close.
Good
I wasn't bad. Well, we got a lot of news today. I guess probably the spiciest thing I'll say all day is I've just followed Candace Owens' advice.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
She said follow the money at who profited the most from Charlie Kirk's death, and that's called Candace Owens.
Wait, what?
I am not saying she killed Charlie Kirk. I am merely following her advice as to following the money as who profited the most from his death. No, I just thought it was funny.
Interesting.
I saw some news reporting on that. It was really funny that she's saying follow the money. It's like, you gained a lot of followers since all this happened. You shouldn't be, calling the kettle black when you're the pot. Well,
yeah, probably not.
No, definitely not. Well, we got news today. We're gonna basically most of the news is the religion of peace striking again, for the most part.
AKA Muslims.
Yeah, it's sad because I've known a lot of great Muslims, met a whole bunch of great ones on my mission, and it's just like you can't deny this. And this is the thing I've noticed of all the people I've met who are Muslim, many different countries. This is a unique problem amongst Middle Eastern Muslims, which is like a fraction of the Muslim population. You don't see this kind of mass issue amongst the Indonesian Muslims or whatnot. You mostly see it in the Middle Eastern Muslim community.
Yeah, I was going to say, I met a Muslim guy on my mission.
Is it Muslim or Islamic? Or are they one and the same?
They're the same, just different words.
Okay. I met a
Islam
Muslim.
is the same of the religion, name of the religion, and then Muslim is referring to the people who practice Islam.
Okay.
So
I met a Muslim guy on my mission, and he was the nicest guy I met. And I have to say, he was not like this. He was like super freaking chill.
Yeah.
So,
no, that's been my experience with a lot of Muslims on my mission. But
then you have these guys. I don't even know. Okay, here's my thing. They all scream for women's rights, and then they practice. Like, look at New York. They're like, we want women's rights.
And the police department.
And then they vote in a Muslim dude that wants to freaking make Shura law a thing, and that just tells women to cover up, and we can only see their eyes.
You saw the New York.
Yes.
You saw the New York Police Department. They were giving direct instructions on how to properly wear a burqa.
Oh yeah.
No, hijab. Sorry, not a burqa, a hijab.
It's messed up, man. But what is this? Okay, so
we're good. This is going kind of connected to the whole this first article. We got the conservative twins here on Facebook, our favorite conservative twins.
I love these guys.
They're half black, so together they make one black guy, one white guy.
This isn't the Hodge
They
twins,
make that joke.
Is it
Don't
the Hodge
cancel
twins?
me. It's the Hodge twins.
It is the Hodge twins. Okay,
twins.
sweet. Yeah.
So this company here, you can see that Falcon Trucking School, SLC, Salt Lake City. They have schools across the U.S. Some of these truckers did not legitimately actually get their license.
Well, didn't
this
we talk
seems
a little
like they
bit?
have been lowering their standards this school to be able to get it. And I wanted to bring this up because we can go ahead and hit up the next tab.
Well, didn't we talk about a little bit about this last week about them?
Yes.
Like pretty much lowering the driving, like the fraud incident.
Well, there was a fraud incident last week that we talked about where it was two sisters with a couple other people at the DMV. What state was this? Was this New Jersey?
New Jersey or New York? One of the two.
It was on the East Coast where she was going in. The sister at the DMV was having her sister who didn't work for the DMV come in disguises and perform the CDL tests in disguise for people. But I wanted to bring this up. Somali Entrepreneur, this is called the Somali Networking Night. It's an organization where just Somalis here in the U.S. that are entrepreneurs come together and work and have a conference on what they've been doing.
We're good. It was on. It was up.
What?
No, the article was up for a little bit, then it transitioned to us. We're good.
Okay. All right.
So, this organization I found from that original post, the Somali Networking Night, features Falcon Trucking School. Go ahead and scroll down a little bit where we can see the guy's photos. So this is supposedly the CEO. I looked through their entire event. I couldn't see an image of him there at the event that they held. This was, I think, earlier this year, like in February or something. You should be there in the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
February 2015. I couldn't see any images of him, but this is supposedly the CEO founder of this trucking company. And I went to their website. I'm not even going to bother pulling it up because it's locked out, basically. So you have to have a password to get in, whether you're owner or just a customer.
That's ridiculous.
So it's kind of weird, to be honest.
I'll pause you for a second. I'm just looking up the CDL requirements for the United States and the state of Utah in particular. At your collegiate levels, which is where most CDL drivers get their licenses, it's a 20-day program.
Okay.
Like a 20-day course.
Yeah. And if you're doing 20 solid days of 8-hour shifts, basically doing the course, that's actually a pretty good course.
So it's 20,
I've done less in the Army and I got my license.
It's 20 days of 2 to 3 hours apiece. Just normal classroom time.
2 to 3 hours apiece? Okay, that's not bad.
You're looking at 30 to 60 hours of classroom time plus a driving exam. And a lot of like practice exams to go along with that. So
yeah, makes sense.
At your collegiate levels, you're looking at like 20 days. That's here in the state of Utah. That's MTech. That's Snow College. That's what's the one down to Dixie?
I don't know. Go back to the first tab, babe.
There's a lot of your collegiate levels are 20 days, where these guys are 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
2 weeks, 14 days, exposed for allegedly pushing CDL approvals for migrants and foreign nationals who could barely speak or read English. These are many of those people we keep seeing the videos online of where it's like the author's trying to talk to them and they don't even understand what they're trying to say.
Or they'll do like U-turns in the middle. And
if anything, I would say these migrants who are getting these licenses are much of victims of this as other people who are on the streets, because they're being led to believe that they're qualified to drive on our roads. And so they're getting themselves in circumstances they should not even be in the first place.
Yeah, so I'm also looking here. It varies on what kind of CDL you're going to get. You got your Class A, your Class B, then you got your hazmat certs and your like petroleum certs. Class A with pups or triples or something like, if I remember right, is one of your hardest ones to get, and that one's going to take upwards of 6 months.
Makes sense. I mean, having a triple trailer is pretty serious. Go back to the other tab, that second tab. So right there, he has had over 80,000 students graduate with their CDL licenses. He even helps his students find jobs after their graduation. I mean, at least he's a full-service guy, I guess, right?
Well,
he helps you get your job that you're going to get people killed in. But 80,000 students.
That's a lot.
Now, I imagine not all of those are going to be terrible drivers, or all of those were rushed in 2 weeks fully. Because the 2 weeks could have been a more recent change in his attempt. Because it could have also been that I don't know, I didn't look into, I couldn't find any information about when they started their 2 week thing. I don't know if it was a 20-day and then became a 2 week.
It might have been like 2 week fast track.
Because 2 week, I mean, that's 14 days if you're talking about all of them. If not, then it's 10 days. So that's half the amount of time of the normal CDL you were mentioning.
But you're also looking at like 8 to 10 hour days.
Yeah.
And you like learning isn't done just by cramming as much information into your noggin as quickly as possible. It's done by repetition, which is why a 2 week course kind of scares me, because learning how to drive a truck in 2 weeks is not the same extent as learning how to drive a truck in 6 weeks to 6 months.
Let's see, how long was just to get a normal license? How long was that class again?
I did 6 classes of 2 hours apiece. So mine was a 12-hour course with another 12 hours of drive time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then you had to go and do your driving test. And I mean, driving a car is way different than driving a huge truck.
You were here in town. You guys had the driving course at the high school, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't have that. They put us straight on the roads.
When I did,
So then I failed. So I failed the test twice, just because I struggle reading and
I'm
writing.
disappointed.
Some
John.
people
I'm not
aren't-
angry with you. I'm just disappointed.
Some people aren't test takers, okay?
Yeah, I don't. But then when I got on the actual road test, so I failed the written test. But then when I got on the road test,
Gosh,
I
dang.
passed with flying colors because I understand the doing. I'm
It's really funny hearing this from you guys because when I was in the National Guard, there was no written test.
I mean, same with my brother too.
That's for our Class D licenses.
I'm just
that
saying for
everyone
normal
has.
driving license. So imagine.
Oh, for normal driving
Yeah.
license?
Yeah,
Oh,
when you
okay,
get-
because I'm like doing my CDL. Well,
I
the
don't-
military's
I don't have a CDL.
I don't have a CDL either.
Yeah. So
And
the
I
military
don't plan
version of the CDL, we didn't even have a test. We kind of had a driving test. But most of my time was in the truck with probably our most experienced driver, who also drove trucks professionally, and he really would hammer it down on certain things you would do all the time.
Did he make you learn on a manual or automatic?
Oh, we only had automatics. We were using the LHS and PLS in the National Guard. You know what those are?
The two I-beams with wheels?
Yeah, pretty much.
So I know my brother, when he was transferring out of the Marine Corps to the Army, and he wasn't sure that his Army got approved, he decided to get his CDL, and he's driven trucks for the Marines a lot, and his course was shorter than this. But it's because he's had certification for driving for 12 years.
I am really sad I made the stupid mistake of not getting my military license transferred into a civilian CDL.
Is that how it works?
Because I had a CBURN in the military, so chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear
Oh,
certifications.
you were like a hazmat guy.
Well, in our unit, we were supply, and so we just basically got everything, so no matter what, we were prepared to transport it.
Huh.
So, and that's the thing too, our unit wasn't particularly big either, and so it's like it wasn't hard to have quality control amongst your guys when you have a small group of guys and you're having everyone do that.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a transport unit, we were just a supply unit. Now it's been stood down, that unit no longer exists. We now have a new transport unit in the state of Utah that specifically focuses on trucking.
So that's why my brother's course was probably super quick, because he's been driving trucks for the Marine Corps for a long time.
Yeah.
And then he was like, hey, I want to get my
I would imagine
civilian.
I would imagine he had his military CDL.
Yeah, and then he just went and he had to learn some civilian rules, because there's different rules, because driving in a war zone, you're going to disobey a lot of rules, most likely, just to get the supplies where
military-
you need.
Well, when you're in a war zone and you're the powerful country, you kind of set the rules.
True. But you know what I mean.
Military
is
just get the job done.
There's
Yeah.
specific rules that need to be followed for the safety of everybody, not just
And
the...
we talked about it before, those multiple crashes
Yeah.
we've had with illegal U-turns was being a couple of them, where they made an illegal U-turn and then they ended up getting people killed in the process.
That means-
Yeah,
just
well, this is going to sound very racist of me, but this is where I'm like, learn to speak English. Like, I don't care if you speak a different language, but also learn to speak English as well. And I want to learn Spanish. I want to learn Spanish because I would like to speak
The
Spanish.
Mexicans in Mexico City hate the Americans that are immigrating there because they don't speak Spanish.
True.
I think it's fair for us to require people to learn English when they come to our country. Just like it's fair for the French to require you to learn French.
in the foreign legion, yeah.
And the Swedes to
the
require you to
Swiss?
learn their language. I don't know the name of it. It's something fancy.
Nah.
And same thing with the Russians
But
and the
it's-
Chinese and India.
If you're good-
all of them. I have no problem with any country saying, "Hey, if you're gonna move here, learn our freaking language."
And learn our customs too, because like driving here is different than anywhere else in the world. We're very unique in the way we drive.
Well, it's like
we're one
if you've
of-
noticed.
We're one of a handful of countries that drive on the right side of the road. Everyone else is on the left.
No wonder why we're a better country too.
Hey, so you do know that So Britain originally drove on the right, okay,
So-
like us, and then we were on
And
the
then they
left.
became a despot nightmare, and they
And
now
then-
drive on the left.
So
And then, ready for this, they switched and started doing the left. We saw that, and we were like, "Fuck you, we don't want to be like you," and started driving on the right, and it's just
Smart
forever
move.
stuck.
so
Smart move.
it's not just that. Britain also had the imperial unit of measure, inch, foot, yard, friggin'
And
mile.
we kept it.
We kept it. They went to driving on the left side of the road. They went to the metric system. They went to...
And look who landed on the moon, and it's still an empire.
Look who's the world power now.
Yep.
Losers.
Hey, I'm not saying that's a causal correlation, but it's interesting that they got rid of their standard system, the imperial system, and went to metric, and they're no longer a world power, and we kept it, and we are a world power. I'm
Except for
not
all of
saying
this
it's a
stuff.
correlation.
I do
I'm
have-
just saying that it just seems to be an interesting coincidence.
Yes.
Do you notice how there's a ton of everywhere in the news now? It's Somali this, Somali that, Somali this, and it's like I
Which
remember
I've
back in
mentioned-
2010 there was a lot of that too.
Well,
Do
that's
you
the thing.
remember
I
that?
mentioned this before, and I don't understand what is causing it. It's like with the mass shootings, it was like a light switch, and it flipped. All of a sudden, every mass shooter was a transgender person. And then a light switch flipped, and now all of a sudden, every trucking accident was a guy from India. And now
So-
a light switch flipped, and every fraud is a Somali.
Is Somali, and then also Muslim
which,
too.
honestly, I mean... I got to give them credit. They took the crown from Nigeria for fraud. I mean,
What's the...
they took the crown from the Nigerian prince.
Oh my God. We talked about it at Guys Night last week, but it's the whole, if you focus on what's going to kill you, that it's going to happen.
True.
I can't remember what it's called, but if you're going to focus on something like when all the planes were crashing, what was that, 2 years ago? Mm-hmm. You heard about one, and all of a sudden every plane in the world, like every plane in the United States
Well,
was
if
falling.
you
Well,
say I'm
was a
going to think
little-
about what kills me, it means I'm probably dead because I think caffeine's going to kill me every day.
Yeah. Well, what was it? The train, when we had all those train incidents that
Yeah.
were going on, it is interesting that it seemed like they were happening constantly, but when you actually went into the statistics, we had the same amount of train crashes as we always had.
Or
The amount of train incidents did not increase, but the news coverage did.
yes.
It's just the
Or-
news. They hype it up.
Or shark bites or whatever. So
This is just a hype up from the news because that's what the news does is they want to
Well,
put everybody
the news
in a
does
panic.
like to spawn hate.
They
So
do.
these poor
They know
Somalis,
hate drives clicks.
these poor Somalis and the friggin' CDL whatever buggers, they're just got a big magnifying glass on them, and we're trying to roast ants with it. So,
Pretty much.
But it is super dangerous though. Is here's the thing: if you can make it happen faster and still be just as safe, cool. But here's the thing: the likelihood of that is very low. Is what I'm saying. If you found a better system that does it just as effective as the old system,
Well,
let people know, spread it. But the likelihood of that, like I
There's
said
three
before, is low.
things. There's quality, cost, and efficiency. And typically when you sacrifice one, you typically sacrifice in another spot.
Yes, and that's
So,
what makes it dangerous.
You
is-
can sacrifice on cost, which means you could make it more efficient if you're trying to make it more efficient, but then you end up sacrificing
quality.
quality.
But I have to say, it worries me. 80,000.
It is a
80,000,
shocking
that's a
number from
huge
that
number.
one company.
Imagine all
And they
the other
have places
companies.
all over like
It-
several states.
Is this a nationwide thing? Or
Yeah.
It is a nationwide company. They
So-
claim to operate in 48 states, so basically not Hawaii and Alaska.
So
I imagine
if we're
Hawaii
looking,
doesn't need a lot of trucking.
if we're looking at 48 states and you dilute that over 80,000, if it's been around for 2 years, you're only looking 1,000 or 2 per state.
Yeah, but imagine all the other companies that are doing this.
Oh, I know.
That they're probably in cahoots with because, they are.
This is the thing, is we saw the scam that was going on with those sisters at the DMV. So clearly it was happening in other places as well. So if it's happening in one place, it could be happening in another. Here's another place, and it could be a lot more serious. It's like, if this company seems like they're being independent for the most part. For like she was at the DMV where she's got cameras on her all the time, they're probably able to fudge a lot more information.
Excuse me.
So that's kind of the sad thing. Let's go ahead and switch over to the next tab.
Yeah, let's
This should be some of the same subject.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, some more stuff. Oh, no.
Kind
this
of.
is
Oh, hello.
kidnapped from Catholic school.
Hundreds kidnapped from Catholic school in Nigeria.
What's up with people like killing everybody all
Oh,
the
this
time?
is Muslims
Chill
again.
out, man.
Well,
This is the religion of peace again, sadly. This country, Nigeria, is split roughly 50-50 between Christians and Muslims.
Oh, that's a dangerous. That's
So-
a dangerous mix right there, because
Well, as we see in a lot of countries, as it becomes more the Muslim population tends to grow, we do tend to see a lot more violence come along with it.
I do
More
like
than
to
300
say.
students and teachers were kidnapped from a Nigerian Catholic school, and while 50 have reportedly escaped. So,
Do you remember? So you were old enough to probably know about the situation. I was still young, but the machine gun preacher, ever heard of him? He was a drug
sounds
addict,
familiar.
in and out of jail,
Sounds
and
familiar.
then he found God, and then his church set up a thing to go help people in Africa.
Okay.
And he goes there, and he's building buildings and just overall helping out. And then just Muslims and terrorists come and shoot up these places, and he comes back and he was like, hey, like, it's my calling to go and help these kids. And he goes over and they're like, Christ teaches not violence. And he said, yeah, but there's sometimes that you need to be a wolf to lead your sheep and to be the protector. And so some kids were murdered. He went and picked up an AK, and now he's over there. I don't know if he's still over there now because it happened a while ago, but he protected his people with an AK-47. He would protect the schools. He would help build it, and just
Very nice.
he went around and in these church schools. He was like, no, people, they're children of God, and I'm not going to let them get murdered and killed. And he would go and hunt the terrorists down, and got a good friendship going of it. So that reminds me of theirs. I hope there's people that are over there protecting people like this, because it's not okay to just go in there just because.
I don't doubt there are. You can see in the next paragraph, after Mass on the solemnity of Christ the King at St. Peter's Square on Sunday, Pope Leo said that he was deeply saddened and called for their immediate release.
I mean,
I don't agree with this bottom that President Trump said that we might get involved with the military. I'm sorry, that's not our problem with the military.
I don't think military action is really going to be necessary because of how dependent some of these countries are on the United States. I don't think it's going to be necessary at all.
I would do
and
private contractors.
If we do,
you gotta be careful with that one.
Oh,
Yeah.
true, because they commit
Yeah.
a lot of war crimes.
Yeah.
but-
Yeah, they do. If we do have boots on the ground, I imagine it would be limited to special ops, probably going and just doing rescue missions.
My-
One or two teams.
My
going
guess
in
would be
there.
MARSOC.
Yeah.
Somebody.
They're killing people by the thousands, Trump said. It's a genocide, and I'm really angry about it. And we pay, we give a lot of subsidies to Nigeria. We're going to end up stopping the government. The government's done nothing. They're very ineffective. I am terrible at reading Trump quotes because I just cannot match his cadence. His cadence when he speaks is so unique. I just can never freaking match it, so I just want to run through where he does a pause. I'm terrible at quoting Trump. On October 31st, Trump redesignated Nigeria as a country of particular concern, a label given to countries where the government is deemed to have engaged in or tolerated severe violations of religious freedom. And that, by redesignating that opens up his legal actions of being able to withhold aid and also raise tariffs more or even impose sanctions if he has to.
We shouldn't be giving money to any other country. I'm sorry.
There's too much going wrong here at home.
One of the biggest problems I think in the world is how too dependent other countries are on our money. The limit of their dependence on our money should be just using our money to buy oil, and that's pretty much it.
I would say, I'm sorry, they don't deserve any of our money unless they're
Well,
in a
the reason-
really big crisis.
the
and they
reason
go
why
and
I say
drop off
that-
food.
The reason why I say that is we have the petrodollar agreement with Saudi Arabia. It's kind of expired, but it's still functioning for now, where all oil around the world is sold in U.S. dollars. So they have to first come to buy U.S. dollars from us to be able to go buy oil, which allows us to cut them off from oil.
So a country will come to the United States and buy what's known as treasury bonds in order to get X amount of dollars that they can then use to buy oil and trade with
Alright,
the
we can
U.S.
do that.
currency.
Nothing else, though. I say the only thing the rest of the world gets from us is if there's an earthquake or a natural disaster, because we help out a lot.
Yeah.
The United States helps a lot.
We covered FEMA the other
To be
week.
Yes, I
fair-
know, but I'm just saying, like, when you have good organizations, there's a lot of good organizations in the United States besides the LDS Church and besides FEMA, which we know is a crap
Basically,
organization.
John, the only real good organizations out there putting out aid from the United States
True
are
is-
pretty much the
is the
LDS
church.
Church and the Catholic Church.
True.
Because they're
The Red Cross went
they're
to crap
biggest-
a long time
They're
ago.
the
Okay, we know
biggest
that.
ones that pretty much provide the underpinning for any of the others that want help. Because
So-
they end
True.
up giving them food.
True.
They
Okay,
end up
I
taking
stand
over.
corrected.
Both the Catholic and the LDS Church provide a crap ton of funds.
So the Red Cross
And
on
also resources.
the Red Cross on the civilian level, yes, went to shit. But Red Cross on a military level,
Yeah.
Is
they'll
it still good?
so they'll
It still functions the way it always functioned, pretty much.
so say if a soldier's family member died while they were deployed, they
Scroll
would
down,
then
babe.
they would then buy or pay for the plane ticket home, pay for their missed pay while they're out there being deployed.
Okay.
They take care of our soldiers pretty well.
That's good.
Okay,
That's
don't worry
good.
about it.
I did not know that, so I stand corrected on that.
But yes, on the civilian level, the Red Cross sucks.
It's
Yeah.
just on this whole Nigeria thing, I'm sorry. I care just as you know, Christ taught us to care about our brothers and sisters in the world, but there's so much going on here at home where we have thousands of Americans, I should say millions of Americans, however many, I don't know our population,
We're at 348 million.
that are starving. We can't even afford groceries. We can barely afford our homes. We should not be giving money or anything to other countries before we take care of
Yeah.
people here at home.
I agree in general when it comes to all these Christians across the world where they are being persecuted. We need to do our best to help them out, but we really need to make sure that we are helping ourselves out first,
So
taking care of our problems. It's the whole biblical principle of pulling the beam out of your eye before you pull the mote out of your brother's eye.
Yeah.
Fix your own problems first, and then once you've fixed yours, you can see more clearly to be able to help solve their issues.
Be able to come into a situation like this and
So-
know what to do exactly.
I'm all for your point, John, but I'm also of the understanding that we need to, instead of the government taking care of our homeless and our malnourished and all that, that should be on a communal level.
It
rather
should
than
be,
a-
but we're struggling too, and that's where it's
Like-
like my big thing is vets. I'm
Kill the
sorry.
income tax.
Okay, no.
So, veterans, I understand because
Vets
they've given so
need
much.
to be taken care of. I know
I'm-
many vets with PTSD that have been just sidelined by the U.S. government, and it pisses me off.
Well, PTSD until recently has not been classified as a legitimate
Well,
reason.
yeah, it all
Yeah.
really got more involved during the Iraq and Afghanistan
Oh,
invasions.
it goes back to World War One.
Yes, I know, but I'm saying
Well, they've known
they
about
didn't
it. They
really.
have different names for it, but actually caring for soldiers who had the
started
problem didn't
in
really
there.
start till more recently.
And that's what I'm saying is we need to. The government should be in charge of them because you're technically government property. Okay, when you become in the military, you're no longer your own person. You're government property. I'm sorry, the government needs to take care of you.
No, you assault a soldier. Technically, I believe they can technically charge you with damaging government property.
Yes, which that's a felony offense, a federal felony offense.
Think maybe I should go join the guard just so if somebody punches me, they go to federal
It
prison.
becomes a felony.
Yeah,
rather than
just
just
go.
a misdemeanor.
I understand our vets. I'm talking about the people who are strung out on drugs.
Oh
or,
yeah, for sure.
taking advantage of the welfare system.
We've
like
got a
that.
lot more. We got a lot of problems we got to take care of in the United States, and blowing this money on. There's a lot of countries we're blowing money on that probably don't need our help. Really, they don't really need our
You
help.
saw how mad the world was when we pulled out of NATO. Because we just cut their
Wait.
funding to
No,
all
we
of
didn't
those.
pull out
We didn't
NATO.
pull
We
out
just
of NATO.
cut a bunch of
Yeah.
funding.
We pulled out when he was.
We didn't pull
Trump.
out of NATO.
No, we didn't pull out of NATO, but we did cut a
I
bunch of
thought
funding.
in his first
He
year
probably
president.
promised. No,
He was
no, we
just
did
pulled the
pull
funding?
out. We pulled out of the.
not United
What's the
Nations.
No, it was the UN. What was it? It was the environmental bullcrap.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay,
Yep.
that's
We
where it
pulled out
was.
of that
then.
stuff.
That happened when what Trump did in his
Yeah,
first.
we stopped
first
funding their false god, and they just got really upset.
Yeah, and it's funny. We shouldn't.
So
But this is really sad. Back to this topic is the
like
fact
this-
that
Mm-hmm.
it says they put in very small that the country is evenly split between Christians and Muslims, and many moderate Muslims have also been targets. See, even Muslims hate Muslims that don't believe the same way they believe.
Well, this comes to it's funny because I remember hearing this imam or someone talking about how there's no sects in Islam like there is in Christianity, and I'm just like thinking, are you telling me that the Sunnis and Shiites are the exact same people and they believe the same way? Because I'm pretty sure you're killing each other over who you think like the final prophet was.
yeah,
So it's like, don't tell me there's not any sects between Islam. It's like there's clearly groups that don't believe the same way, and that's the nature of the group itself.
well, when you,
trippy.
I won't get into that. Never mind. But yeah, no, this sucks. I like.
You don't want to get involved in foreign affairs, but
I don't. But at the same time,
you don't want to see this stuff happening. You don't want whether it's Christians, Muslims, like the Uyghur Muslims in China, for example, that have been persecuted and thrown into concentration camps in the background scenes of Mulan, the live action movie. Had to bring that up.
yeah.
Or whether it's the Hindus or any group. You don't want to see this kind of things
Kyle,
happen to any group.
I know you're not suicidal, so if you disappear, you know it was the Chinese.
No,
Or
that'll
Israel.
probably be Candace. Sorry. So let's go ahead and switch on to the next tab there.
Dude, we got so much to talk about.
Yeah,
Oh,
I know.
I swear.
So
Oh, gosh.
this is talking about the same thing. Hundreds of courageous Christians. Oh, sorry. No. I'm mistaken. So this is that protest that recently happened. Babe, get rid of that bubble down the bottom left. That pop-up. Yeah. You know that guy. All right. So this is talking about Dearborn, Michigan, where we have the massive amount of Somali Muslims that live there now. It's been, I would almost say, overrun just because statistically the population is very significant there. I mean, they got Ilhan Omar elected. That's her district.
Yeah.
So they're a significant portion of the population with serious voting power. So they're saying, I don't either agree or disagree necessarily with any of this. Hundreds of courageous Christians just stormed the streets of Dearborn, Michigan, an American Muslim majority stronghold. So
Where's the bacon? I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
scroll
sorry.
down.
I'm like reading massive a wave.
wait, go up so he can read.
People entered the street waving massive crosses, American flags flying high, and Bibles held proud. They marched fiercely, chanted, "Jesus is Lord over America, no Sharia law in the U.S. This is
Sharia.
a Sharia law." See, that's how little I care, okay? It can go to hell. Okay, this is a Christian nation, and it will stay that way. Where's the bacon?
Scroll
I know
down.
they don't like bacon. Come on, guys.
Scroll down. I don't know if that is the bacon in his hand right there.
Oh,
Is
he does
that-
have it.
is
Yeah,
that guy-
Yep, he's got a pack of bacon.
Okay,
So
wait a
that-
minute. I've seen that guy on Instagram videos.
That's the
and-
guy who was walking down the streets of Dearborn with the Quran and with the bacon, slapping the
Okay,
bacon against the
Some
Quran.
of his videos are, I will call him, he can be a flat jerk, dude.
Yeah.
He can be a real big
This is
jerk.
what pisses me off about this though too is it's like I get and I agree with the problems that that Islam is bringing to this country, but then when you're going and being a complete dick the way you
Yeah.
are, you're not helping.
You're making
us.
it worse.
You're making it worse.
You're making that divide a whole lot bigger.
Mm-hmm. So that's where I wanted to talk about this, and mostly that's it for what I want to talk about with this, is just talk about the fact that it's like, yeah, I generally agree with this sentiment that Islam has not been a net positive for the U.S., but
I don't think you're that extreme,
the way he's doing it though is not the way to go about it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the big problem.
Is it bad of me to say, but I'm gonna coat my bullets in pork?
Well, I don't really care.
Well,
Just in case.
Look, it doesn't matter anyways, because as I mentioned to you guys in our conversation earlier, that all of our culinary plumbing, when they use grease and whatnot on the pipes, it's pork-based fats. It's pork-based grease.
Mhm.
So
it's a lot. Yeah,
they're already violating their dietary codes. What is it, halal? I believe it's halal. They're already violating halal just drinking water in the U.S.
And so, random example that just came to mind about this. And so, a few weeks ago, for the young men's activity we were doing, we were playing with the foundry and melting aluminum and just casting stuff.
Yeah, go.
I have a small foundry, like a little 10 pound foundry that we was playing with a graphite crucible.
Mm-hmm.
We get about halfway through the activity and the crucible breaks.
Uh-oh.
Well, if America is supposed to be the melting pot or the crucible of the world, I think our crucible's breaking.
Well, that's the problem. It's supposed to be the melting pot, but nothing's melting together.
That's only
the problem.
Cracking the crucible more.
If we're not even supposed to be a melting pot, because even if you look back at our founders, like the way they thought about these issues back then, they would have banned Islam in this country if they thought that there could be a significant Islamic presence.
I don't think they would have banned it.
I don't know.
So
a lot of them weren't particularly fond of it.
They weren't particularly fond of it, but they were more willing to accept the idea of coming to this country
mm-hmm.
and being fair with each other.
Mm-hmm.
So that, like, I argue that point because they were heavily persuaded to put the First Amendment in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it doesn't matter what religion you practice.
They
it doesn't
were
matter.
heavily persuaded to put the First Amendment in, but I'll point out, though, that the most common document cited when they were writing the Constitution was the Bible. And then the fourth most common document cited was the works of John Locke, which all of his works were derivatives of the Bible.
Mm-hmm. And I'm not...
So effectively, the Bible is the first and fourth most quoted book.
And I'm not arguing that point whatsoever.
And
like,
I think was it James Madison or John Adams? One of them has said that the Constitution is wholly unfit to govern an immoral people.
I think that was society. James Madison, the author.
One of them wrote that. And the thing that I would emphasize with that is at the time, if you were not Christian, they did not even see you as having a moral foundation. And so I would argue that they would see Islam itself as immoral in the first place, and our Constitution being unfit to govern them. Which, to be fair, I've watched the videos online of these imams saying that the Constitution is in direct conflict with Islam. So they kind of agree with James Madison. If that was James Madison said it, they kind of agree with him. What's up, John?
Can I say something here?
Yeah.
I was just listening to you guys while I had to go take care of a business.
So stayed caught up.
Well, here's the thing, okay? You guys are missing a big point on both of your ends here.
Okay.
As somebody who does read history and cares about a lot of it, Islam was the first war we got in as a country.
From the shores of Tripoli to the halls of Montezuma.
Yeah. So
Andrew Jackson sent the Marine Corps over.
That was Thomas Jefferson.
No.
Was it? No, it was Andrew Jackson.
No, it was. It was Jefferson.
Jefferson.
It was
Thomas Jefferson.
Okay.
Jackson was number 20.
Was he really number 20?
No, he wasn't. He was like number.
He was way earlier than
6, 7.
He was way earlier.
Who cares?
But anyway,
Jackson was a piece of crap, anyways.
We, as a country, yes, we have the Constitution that says you can believe what you want to believe, yada yada yada. Okay. We, as a whole of a country, have never agreed with Islam, because Islam, from the very roots of its core, is death to everybody who does not believe what we believe.
So,
And that is why we went to war with them first. We
Though-
asked them to
and-
stop killing
And
Americans.
to be fair and modern, and that's the thing is, you look back throughout history, you see in general the majority of Islam back then was that way, but then it's changed over time. There has been some westernizing of the Islamic nations. And all the Muslims I personally met while on my mission were not like that at all.
Well, they probably aren't pure Muslims, though. It's like
Well,
how
that's
people
the
who are
thing,
not
though. It's like,
Christians, but they're not practicing everyday
well,
Christians.
I mean, that's the thing, though, too. Is it's like people call us members of the LDS Church not Christian, yet we tend to seem to be a little bit more tolerant than them of what they believe.
But I just wanted to say that originally we have always had a hard time as a country with the Middle East because I mean they were raiding our vessels, killing Americans. We asked them politely to stop, and then they
did.
refused, and so we said, "Screw you."
so
Well, that's
Go to
why I
war.
mentioned earlier, though, too, why I've noticed when I've looked through history, this does seem to be a unique problem with the Middle Eastern
By the way,
Islamic nations. What were you about to say?
So, the history behind what John was saying, the first conflict we ever got into, the whole reason why we have the United States Navy, is to fight pirates. Right, it was the pirates that started that war. They kept raiding our ships and killing everybody. They were
Somalian?
Islamic.
and the other nation that we were talking about,
Morocco and
Somali.
The Tripoli states.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Tripoli states and Morocco were the ones that were like pirating our ships. That just ever so happened to be Islamic. They were asking for a tribute. They ruled they ruled the seas.
Isn't it interesting? They
300 years.
kidnapped people back then and asked for ransom, and now they kidnap people today and they ask for ransom.
I mean, nothing's changed. Nothing's changed on that end.
Well,
Except for weapons and boats.
Well,
but-
that's the thing is a lot has changed, but the more things change, the more they stay the same, I guess, right?
But I just want to say that the violence, as listening to, just to say my piece is,
Yeah.
when you have to go about it in the right way so you don't make that divide bigger than what it is. Because we are one nation. That's what's supposed to
But we
make
have
us
to go
unique.
about the way that we don't become the instigator, like in this.
Yeah.
So, at what point do we, like, instead of throwing band-aids on it, when do we start throwing sutures? How do we fix this?
Well, I think once you start having to throw sutures on stuff, that's when you've got the problem already.
I mean, I'm kind of everybody unless you're a jerk to me.
I mean,
then I'm
if
going
you
to be
said
strict.
band-aids to sutures, it's like, well, if you're having to repair people's injuries in the first place, you're already kind of past that tipping
Well, it's like
point.
my dad says
It's metaphor, but
Yeah, no, I get it.
My dad, like I always talk to my dad because I think we need a restart on the government, just a good blank check and start again.
That's
and
kind
he
of what
always
Thomas
says
Jefferson believes. A revolution every 3 to 4 generations.
I believe that, but here's what my dad says: at what point do you become the terrorist and not the patriot?
Yeah.
And it makes you really think: is
Well,
how
look at
can
our
you
founding
be?
fathers. They fully knew and understood that if they lost that war, they would be the traitors who would be hung in the public square.
Yeah, but they also knew when to stop.
True.
Like look at Washington. Look at Washington. He did not want to be the president.
So Washington, yes, he knew when to stop, but a lot of the founding fathers wanted to keep going.
I wish we would have kicked the British butt a little more.
No, we tried in Canada twice.
I know we did get our butts kicked in Canada. We don't talk about that, okay?
If we're gonna triumph our victories, we also got to notify our
I know.
losses.
To
I'm
be
teasing.
fair,
My Canadian coworker's like, you lost into Quebec, and I was like, yeah, I know.
Hey,
Let's have a retry, and we'll kick your butts again this time.
hey, to be fair, back then we weren't technically a country, so the United States didn't actually lose to Quebec the first time. The second time, there wasn't much difference between us and them, so it was kind of like they were just Americans fighting pseudo-Americans at that point. So, let's go ahead and get up to the next tab. It should be the same general subject. There's a lot of this today. So there was this announcement by Governor Abbott from his office. Go ahead and scroll down. I believe I have some highlights here. Here we go.
Yes, by the way, real quick to interrupt, if you guys like the highlights, please let us know.
Yeah,
Kyle's-
it helps me know where I want the spots I wanted to focus on, but it probably helps you guys know the parts we're going to really focus on, at least, and help you find what we're reading.
Yeah.
It has come to my attention that certain entities in Texas, including in Collin and Dallas counties, may be masquerading as legal courts, staffed with judges, issuing orders that purportedly carry the authority to bind individuals to Islamic codes, thereby preempting state and federal laws, reads the letter. The U.S. Constitution religious protections provide no authority for religious courts to skirt state and federal laws. So in general, the practice has been for a long time that internal church issues of any faith can be handled by church courts inside that faith. But as soon as it extends to civil issues, typically that's when they stop and our civil and also legal or criminal courts take over, which is really funny. Honestly, there's some stuff to get into. So go ahead and head over to the Blaze, the next tab. They've got a little bit more on this. Not a lot, there's difference, but Blaze Media is reporting on this. This is Glenn Beck. Scroll down. Let's get to my
I
highlights.
will have to say Glenn Beck is
this is
pretty
Candace
darn
Hathaway.
accurate.
When Glenn Beck, he's very rigorous about his standards when it comes to reporting. So if he is reporting that it is true, it is likely true. And we're gonna
This isn't Glenn Beck. This is somebody else.
This is his company though, and he holds everyone to his standards.
I was going to say, he's got an oversight committee that reads
Yeah.
over everything that's
So-
publicized.
So we'll get to some of the lies out there as well about all of this, but we'll get to this. So Abbott issued a proclamation on Tuesday that designated the Muslim Brotherhood and the Council on American Islamic Relations, aka CARE, some of you guys may have heard of it, as foreign terrorist and transnational criminal organizations. And there have been a lot of accusations in the past against CARE. Muslim Brotherhood, kind of everyone knows. They can't hide it anymore. CARE has been operating in the U.S. for quite some time, and there have been accusations, but nothing like proven, per se, about them assisting either terrorist organizations or whatnot inside the U.S. or outside, at least, like with public relations, probably, because that's mostly what they do is public relations stuff. So that's the thing, is we'll see where it goes, because I mean, I have no doubt CARE is going to sue over it. You can see CARE at the bottom of that. CARE condemns Abbott's actions, calling it defamatory and lawless in a statement emailed to Blaze News. So let's head over to the next tab. I want to talk about this. This we're going to look at is called what I call a lie by structure. I learned this from people, particularly Sticks, Hex, and Hammer. So here's the thing. Muslims attempted to establish the first Islamic Sharia court inside the United States in the town of Irving, Texas. They rated this false. Everything you see right there is 100% accurate, because this is what's called a lie by structure. You can call it a lie by omission by technicality, because they're omitting stuff, but the way they structured this is not a lie by omission, it's a lie by structure. And so what they're saying is true, but it's withholding the real truth. Let's scroll down to where I've got my highlight. We can talk, because they'll go and say, oh, there's no such thing, blah 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 blah. Then they go down. You normally find the truth hidden somewhere in these fact checks near the bottom where people don't read. There we go. So Bambach is, I believe that's how they pronounce the name, is supposedly an expert on this. They are also a Muslim, apparently. I don't know.
You're
Georgia lawyer.
You're the Georgian. How do you pronounce that?
Yeah, I don't know.
Bumbach. I mean, I'd have to hear him say it once.
A Georgia lawyer told us by phone she considers the Dallas-rooted Islamic Tribunal an alternative dispute resolution service, not a court, working outside the bounds of the U.S. law.
So they're saying it's kind of a mediation kind of thing, but with judges and lawyers and acting as a court itself.
So here's the thing. That's what they're claiming, but that should be with internal religious affairs, membership within the church, things that you did wrong,
A disciplinary
like if
council.
you did sins, disciplinary within the church. This is
outside that church.
This is where the lie is. That is not true. Let's get the next tab. This is a Google search here. There are no official Sharia courts in Texas. All legal proceedings must adhere to U.S. and Texas law. Scroll down. What's on the right-hand side there? Oh, an Islamic tribunal right next to the AI thing. So I went to this website. Let's go ahead and hit the next tab. That's this website. So I've dove through their website. Here's basically the highlight. This is what they say they are. The Islamic Tribunal seeks support and guidance from consultants and counselors to its attorneys to ensure that local, state, and federal law are strictly conformed to, and decisions that originate from the tribunal are in accordance with said laws.
I'm seeing squiggles again.
Yeah,
I
know. There's squiggles at the bottom of the page there. The thing is, you're all welcome to go to their webpage. I dug through there. I found spots where they actually talk about settling divorce and business disputes, which are civil cases, which should be handled by U.S. courts. But honestly, their page is relatively bland. They have this massive disclaimer on there trying basically to cover their ass that they're not a court when they really are functioning as a court.
Well, I mean, service request divorce, divide inheritance. Right there, you need a judge to oversee that in the United States.
In the United States, it should be our judges that handle that, not them. Now, if our judges, like both of them have the Islamic religious belief, and both of them want to adhere to that, then I see no problem with our judges incorporating that into their decision. Mm-hmm. If both parties agree to that. Let's get to the next tab. This is the Christian Broadcast Network.
We've spent a lot of time.
We have spent a very long time talking about Muslims.
Good, because this is the last one, I swear.
Okay, because I was going to say, we got a lot more to talk about and an hour left in our podcast.
I know, I swear this is the last one, I swear.
You're just driving my hate. I'm sorry. I am trying to be like Jesus and love everybody, but the more I learn, the more pissed off I get. And I'm like, let's go World War III. Let's just kick this damn thing off already.
This is the Christian Broadcast Network. Texas City responds to launch of an Islamic tribunal. This is talking about Irving, and also where I mentioned that other the PolitiFact fact check. The reason that was a lie, and they're technically telling the truth, is if this was established as an Islamic tribunal, an actual Islamic court, it wouldn't actually be the first one established. So, and that's where they're saying trying to establish the first one in Irving, Texas. Well, the first one in the United States in Irving, Texas, that wouldn't actually be the first one. There's multiples that have been reported across the U.S. So scroll down. Let's get to the statements here. So, all right, so you can go ahead read through that whole thing if you want. We'll keep it on the screen for a while, but scroll down a little to where we can see the highlights, though. Muslim women, however, are not protected the same way under Sharia law as they are under American law. The Center for Security Policy released a report in 2011 that discovered 50 cases where Muslim women were asking American courts to preserve their rights to equal protection and due process during their divorce. And so it's like, we have cases where they are claiming that their rights are being violated outside of our courts. Mm-hmm. So it's like, when you got them complaining about it too, it's kind of a dead giveaway. So let's go ahead and get off the subject that's driving you mad, John.
I'm trying to seriously be like Jesus, but the more I learn about their religion and what they do to people, and like, look at this. I'm sorry.
Jesus said to hate the sin, but love the sinner. You can love the people and just hate what they're doing.
But yeah.
I know.
Okay, yeah,
I know.
No. And it just pisses me off, too, because Muslims are not like, they...
Well, it's frustrating to me, because all the Muslims I have known have been awesome people.
And then these guys go and screw over everything.
And then there's always those people that screw it up for everyone.
Well, It's like
But
all the
it's the
gun
same-
owners that do stupid shit and make everybody else feel.
I was gonna say there's the two sides to that coin for anything that you're talking about. In the Christian
Absolutely.
world and the gun owner world and the
Well, we
Islamic
showed
world.
it in the Christian world, where you have those guys marching down
Mm-hmm.
Dearborn. They could have done that in
Way
a
better.
in a way better way, that didn't make them look like jackasses.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
So you got extremists on both ends.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's just how the world operates.
Yep.
It's just a matter of trying to find that the binding agent that holds that coin together.
How about we all just hate how the government takes all our money and we get along that way?
Speaking
Yeah.
of money, you saw the last.
You know,
penny?
we did that in 1776. It turned out pretty well.
It did! I mean, it turned out pretty darn good.
Speaking of currency, you guys saw that the last penny was minted last
Mhm.
week.
I
And
know,
what
I'm
they
not.
sold for like a couple $1 million
No, they
of pennies.
will sell.
Oh, they will.
They
sell.
will sell.
They haven't.
They
sold
haven't
yet.
done it yet. I think they're waiting. I believe for a little
Okay.
bit, but that means maybe that's my retirement fund. When I turn 80, I can pull out all my
Just-
wheat pennies from like
Oh my gosh.
1929.
Yeah, seriously, wheat pennies. I mean, with
Are
no
going
new
to skyrocket.
penny.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because for the most part, the wheat pennies that are out there are already collected, and they're probably
I have a couple
well
from
preserved at this point.
1928 and 29
Oh, yeah.
still. But I'm just saying, and when I turn 80,
think I have a steel penny
From 41, 42.
from World War One.
Save
Sorry,
that.
42,
from World
43.
War II.
they are very special.
Yeah, I believe I have a steel penny somewhere.
There's your retirement. You can retire.
Yeah, I know, right?
When you're
No,
80.
My grandma held on to that from World War II when she used to work in an ammunition manufacturing company during World War II.
That's actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
But let's get on to some new
Let's
news,
get on to
guys.
some very tragic news right after all this.
I hope there's a good pick me up at the end of this.
Hey, thank you,
What's going
my
on?
wife. She was the first comment on our video.
Oh, okay.
Thank you, Sarah. Love you.
All right. Some very tragic news. The shooting in D.C., it was a guy from Afghanistan. He had been helping the United States as kind of. So he was actually helping by being a member of what's called a Zero Unit that was known for torturing people over there, that was working with the CIA. But
Hey, the CIA is really good at that, okay? So just,
yeah, the CIA is really good at funding foreign and domestic terrorism.
and torture.
Yeah,
they
so,
kind of have no leash.
Yeah, so 2 National Guard members shot in
We
D.C.
are not suicidal.
over this last week. One of them has passed away now. Go ahead and scroll down.
Yeah, the lady passed away.
Mm-hmm. So 1 National Guard member has died. Keep going. There we go. They were deployed as part of Trump's crime-fighting mission that involved taking over the District of Columbia's police department. Okay.
So
If you, however much you think you hate the press, you don't hate them enough. You don't, because the National Police in D.C. are working with the National Guard and with the federal authorities that are there. It's not, they're not
It's like a
taking
joint-
over.
it's like a joint operation.
It's so
Of course,
but the media will always find a way to frame Trump as a dictator, because that's what they love, because they love hating on Trump. Go ahead and scroll down.
tell me that when this guy opened fire, the guardsmen were weapons hot.
Don't know. We'll get to that in here.
Did this guy become Swiss cheese?
No, he's alive.
He's alive. So he's
He's
not
alive.
Swiss cheese.
Here's the thing.
So-
From what I understand, we were very professional about it. And this guy was like total dick.
So, a video reviewed by investigators showing the assailant come around the corner. I know this area too because I've been in this part of DC. I've probably
Are you on
walked
our-
the street where this
YouTube?
happened.
Comment back on that.
Because whenever I would, the 3 chances I got to go to DC, I walked every freaking street I could because I love American history, and so I.
Is it sad, but I want to go to DC to learn the history there, but at the same time,
It's a terrible place.
it's a terrible place, and I
served the
really don't
mission.
want to. And I don't want to go just because if I see a politician,
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, "Fuck you,
I
you
served my
suck."
mission in the pit of vipers. The video reviewed by investigators showed the assailant came around the corner and immediately started firing at the troops, according to Jeffrey Carell, an executive assistant police chief.
Service members ran over and held down the shooter.
He was probably shot. Well, he was shot.
He was?
He was shot, and so he probably went down, and that's the service members.
Because I know they left him in his underwear when they put him in the ambulance. They like, because you know how they cut off your clothes,
off all the clothes, yeah,
and then they'll cover you up in like a blanket to be polite. No, they left him in his underwear and loaded him up into the ambulance.
We don't care about this dirtbag.
Well, I'm sorry to say that's very rude.
Carell, or how are we going?
Carol. We'll give it a woman's name.
Maybe. I apologize. Said,
if you're a man,
said that it is not clear whether one of the guards members or law enforcement officers shot the suspect. So that tells me the guard members were armed. So they were capable of defending themselves. But when you're ambushed, you're ambushed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
the ambusher has the home field advantage effectively because they choose when it starts.
Yeah.
Scroll down. Whatever his name is pronounced, I don't give a crap. He's the guy that shot him. 29 entered the United States in 2021 through Operation Allies Welcome, officials said. The Biden administration program evacuated and resettled tens of thousands of Afghans after the U.S. withdrawal from the country. Scroll down, and we have that part. He applied for asylum during the Biden administration, but was approved during the Trump administration. Now, reality check on this, Biden and Trump, it doesn't really matter because the people actually executing the plan, the administrative process, were probably the same people.
Yeah.
So it didn't really matter whether it was Biden or Trump. It was probably the same people. Both of them probably thought that they were competent people they had doing it.
Well,
not realizing
realizing
that there are always going to be errors in these systems.
Yeah, well, like it says here, the initiative brought roughly 76,000 people to the U.S. Many had worked alongside U.S. troops and diplomats as interpreters and translators. And you would think...
These are people who typically would be immediately killed when we leave by the people that are taking over.
We get them home, and you're like, hey, you've worked with our troops over there. You're good. You love us. We like you. You don't expect things like this to happen, but then there are cases that they're just playing along just to get close.
And this, I think this is a 50-50 shot because there's, we'll get into it in some of the other tabs.
Or
because I have no problem with people who serve the United States as interpreters or translators, or even as assisting in combat or whatnot, being brought into the U.S. because they helped us and we know they're going to be a target when we leave. I don't mind having them brought, maybe not become citizens, but I have no problem with them being brought into the U.S.
That's like a refugee and given a certain...
Effectively like a refugee where they're allowed to work
or like a visa with them, allowing them to do.
If they've served alongside our troops and have proven themselves as a translator, as a...
combatant, interpreter,
friggin' whatever.
I will say the interpreters are most likely armed.
I would imagine. I mean, you don't want to just be unarmed when a gunfight breaks out.
So, like,
you want every gun firing that you can.
I'm all for like protecting our citizens here stateside, but if you've served alongside our troops, offer like a freeway pass to citizenship.
An easier way to become a citizen.
Well, that's the thing is I'm not so, like, in this case, it's like, it's hard to say because I think it's a 50-50 shot. He could have it could have been a case where he had probably maybe less than 50-50. It's probably more like 60-40 where he may have just, you'll see the problems we're talking about, or been 40% chance that he was a terrorist pretending. It's hard to say. But we only can go off the information we have. And yeah, I got no problem with trying to help them out. I'm not sure necessarily making them citizens because in general, a lot of these people from these countries don't blend into the U.S. as easily.
Well, they don't even want to be here. They want to be
That's the thing too, is a lot of them don't want to be here. They want to be home, but they can't be home because...
They want a better home, and that's why they were helping us to make a better home for themselves.
Yeah, I'm saying for those who do want to stay stateside.
Yeah. Maybe.
I wonder if this is
let's hit the next tab, babe.
I wonder if this is a situation, because I've heard of situations where...
Scroll down.
Where they get, like, family members. And it's like, you need to do this or we'll kill your family. You know what I mean? And that's a sketchy situation because family is a big thing for us.
Have you guys heard the stories about Abbey Gate when we were pulling out of Afghanistan?
Yes.
No.
That's
Maybe I did, but I just don't remember it.
we
We'll
can
have
get
to
into
cover
it on another day. But
Yeah.
some of those stories are what's his name? Tyler. Who's the Medal of Honor recipient from Abbey Gate?
I don't know. We'll have to go into that.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
He's got
interesting, yeah.
He's got some wild stories.
So continuing on this guy, he was in the elite NDSO-3 counterterrorism unit in Afghanistan, which is one of at least 5 zero units, quote unquote.
So zero accountability.
Coordinated, yeah. So that coordinated with the CIA, per the report. He was quote unquote clean on all checks when he was vetted by the CIA, according to a senior U.S. official who spoke with CNN. This is the post-millennial reporting this, not CNN. But going down, according to a childhood friend, he had mental problems after serving in Afghanistan. Scroll down. When he saw blood, bodies, and the wounded, he could not tolerate it. The friend told reporters, it put a lot of pressure on his mind.
So you could be suffering from PTSD.
That's the thing. These zero units were known for participating in torture. That doesn't necessarily mean he did, but he could have also witnessed it, and it could have messed with him. So it could be. I would be willing to lean towards the fact that this guy had severe PTSD and was just untreated for it.
And then something tripped it.
But then also
happened.
what tripped it could have also just been the botched withdrawal from Afghanistan. All that work he put in, the risk to himself and his family, gone to absolute crap.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that could have been the trigger for why he was willing to do this after having just served with us over there in Afghanistan. So it could just be a case of PTSD, and that's what flipped him over the edge, was our withdrawal, how badly it was done.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next tab.
The withdrawal needed to happen, just not
It
in the way
needed to
it
happen,
did.
but it was really, really botched.
Yes.
So DC first responders honor Sarah Beckstrom, who with procession on Thanksgiving following her death.
That's so sad.
So she joined as soon as she got out of high school. And she's 20 years old, so she had only just barely gotten out of high school. She's still a freaking kid.
Oh, she just barely got her sham shield.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Looking at her hat there. She just got her sham shield.
Yeah, she is a specialist, but this photo shows her with her private first class rank.
That's
on her
sad, man.
PC.
Mm.
So yeah, just barely out of high school. Only really been in the Guard now for a short period of time. She's from West Virginia. Scroll down. Let's get to the highlights here. Scroll up, there you go. A dignified transfer procession was held on behalf of 20-year-old Sarah Beckstrom, who was fatally shot the day before Thanksgiving. Although she was treated at the hospital, she died on the holiday. Mm-hmm. Let's scroll down a little bit. I don't think I marked too much on here. Go ahead and scroll down.
This is a sad.
Scroll down.
A kid was
Scroll
killed.
down. All right, go back up to that video I wanted to show.
This one?
Nope.
The funeral hasn't happened yet, right?
The funeral hasn't happened.
They
This
did
was just
an
a transfer
honorary
procession.
transfer.
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
I hope Trump is there at the funeral.
Oh, he probably will
He
be.
probably will be.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's there. Go ahead and play that video on the left. Let's click on that. It'll take us probably to X real quick.
Yep, right there.
And then you'll want to click on the video again to enlarge it for us. So click on it again. There we go. Alright, so this is the procession going by. I wanted to point out, get ready to stop it here, Christy, in just a second. And stop. So right there, 3 of those are not like the others. Do you notice something? What do you guys notice?
No names?
No, the one on the left, the one on the right, and the one second from the right.
DCFD.
Oh wait, no, not second from the right. The second from the left. Second from the left guy. Notice the way those 3 have been standing compared to the rest of them. Those 3 are probably prior service or their current National Guard. They could have ended up being there too.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing, people. Just know, like, whether it's police officers or fire department or even your coworker.
I see what you. Yep,
Yeah.
I see what you're talking
You notice
about.
they're
I
standing
just
at
noticed the way they stand in at attention right there. Yep.
The others are more relaxed after they drop their salute. Those 3 are at attention.
They're staying. They're probably prior service or active.
They're either current National Guard or prior service. So just know, whether it's your co-workers, your fire department, your police department, many of those guys, you'll be surprised how many of them are actually either prior service or National Guards.
Let's go back to the
for those
page
three
for-
guys right there, it's probably a much more emotional moment for them too.
Oh yeah.
Let's go back to
Let's go back.
our other page that we were on.
Yeah, go ahead and just hit X. Hit the X at the top. There we go.
X out of X there.
There we go.
Yeah,
X out of X. So that's the post-millennial. Hit up the next tab. Post-millennial again.
I saw this. This is crazy.
So
Which is
after
great.
all the fraud in, what is it, Minnesota? I think it's Minnesota. And then also, and it's immediately after this shooting, Trump has announced full suspension from third world immigration, implements policy of reverse immigration. And I have not seen yet anyone explain what a reverse migration means.
Well, yeah, because it
So-
just
Is it
happened a
mass-
couple days
I
ago.
know. So what
Deportation?
that policy is going to look like, I've got no freaking clue. Scroll
This
down.
is something that we're going to have to follow up the more
Scroll down, Chrissy.
it happens, because this only happened on the 27th.
Yeah.
And
All
so
right,
it's
so
pretty darn news.
He said, quote, permanently pause, unquote, immigration from third world countries using a Thanksgiving message on Truth Social to slam the Biden administration's botched Afghanistan airlift. The president said he would bring in a new policy of reverse migration. And on that note, though, too, I do not know of any information about the motive of the shooter in D.C.
I don't
so
think it's come
We don't.
out yet.
That's the thing is, I was just speculating that it could very well just be PTSD and then something triggered him. So we don't know
Oh.
what the motive was yet. Scroll down.
What you got?
I just, again, this is AI overview. Just kind of searching what a reverse migration is.
Mm-hmm.
It's taken all the refugees and everything that we brought in from Afghanistan or from other third
And
world
sending them to a
nations.
different country, a third safe country.
That or sending them back to their home country.
I'd imagine many of them don't want to go back to Afghanistan.
Oh, I bet
they
you they're all going to
probably-
run away.
So they're probably going to find another safe third country that has a similar culture to theirs that they'll be able to integrate into.
I'm guessing like Turkey, Morocco. It like for
Another
the
country
for
the
the
U.S. has good relations with, pretty much.
well, Morocco's our longest ally ever.
Yeah.
So like it
I
would
bet you they won't want them either. I'm
No.
sorry.
no like I don't know of another country that want these refugees. Because it'll, like, I mean, look at Britain. Look at how destabilized Britain
Oh,
is.
yeah. We were talking about earlier, I think it was Morocco, the ships that the Tripoli pirates were raiding were going to Morocco for trade, wasn't it?
No, so it was Morocco and the states of Tripoli. So there was 4 countries in total who
Okay, so
who
Morocco
ruled,
was one of the countries.
yes, that ruled the
attacking.
pirate nations.
Okay.
And
The
then
U-
we came in
the
and
U-
now
the
we're
U-
friends.
The the U.S. came in and said, "Hey, we're the United States. We just kicked Britain's ass." And the Moroccans were like, "You
Oh.
pilgrims did what now?"
With what? Pitchforks?
Pretty
Alright,
much inside
so
the
let's
peace
go
treaty.
back. That was a fun little segue there, I guess. But so look at that picture more closely. This is my issue with a lot of immigration. This isn't just this scenario, but this is something we see very common. Compare the ratio of hijabs to heads of hair.
Yeah, there's a lot more men in that picture than
That's-
there are women.
That's the thing, is they say that whenever we're bringing them over, it's men, women, and children. But look at the ratio. It is
Mostly men.
mostly
So-
fighting age
I
men.
was just gonna say the military has a term called military-aged males.
And here's the thing, we know in general in countries that have a lot of men who are unmarriable for the most part, they tend to have a lot of strive, and you see these men coming over, not saying they're unmarriable, but when they look to get married, they're going to want to marry someone of their similar culture and faith. And when you have majority of them coming over as there are men, you're just not going to have enough women for them to find, and they're just going to become discontent.
Yeah.
So it's not their
It's a plan.
fault. It's just kind of the nature of the beast. So let's go ahead and hit the next tab. Next story. So this gets a little bit more tragic and gets away from Islam.
Are we finally away from
Finally.
Islam?
Yeah, there's a lot.
You told me that
involving-
once before.
I
Don't give me
know.
false
And
hope
you
again.
lied.
I
Liar.
know. I gave you false hope. That was a
We've
lie.
spent an hour and a half on
Good.
Islam.
Muslims.
I know. Well, after this, we're actually going to get into Utah news.
Good.
So, This is a pretty tragic story. Thanksgiving.
Do you know what's
Blaze in New
tragic
Jersey
is that
home.
top episode that Katy Perry is suing a dying veteran. She actually won that freaking lawsuit.
Wait, what?
So
She sues over a freaking mansion.
Oh, God.
What a
So-
freaking...
Katy Perry and Orlando Bloom wanted to buy a house, so they go and talk to an older gentleman who had just come out of surgery to like put a bid offer in on the house, and the guy's like, "No, I'm good." So Legolas goes and sues this old man for the house, wins
they
the
won.
case, and now they're suing him again.
And she won today. She won today.
Oh, really?
But he doesn't have to pay. He only has to pay like 1.2 million.
Only.
I'm just... But it's a dick
Only.
move.
That
It's
could
a
only
dick
pay
move.
off both of our mortgages and buy him a house.
And then have some left over.
Yeah. So
But anyway, back to it.
See,
Sorry, I just had to say that's
I-
important news. Celebrities think they can get away with whatever, and they're
gosh.
dicks most of the time.
I used to like Katy Perry. She
I used to.
like when she was married to like before she went up into space, she was pretty cool. When she came back from space, she divorced Legolas and
You know,
She didn't
to
go
be
to
fair-
space, okay? We
Okay,
know
hold
that
on.
was...
hold on. To be fair, like I don't believe she went into space, first of all.
was
But the
green screen.
only
You can
thing
tell.
that could convince me that she went to space is the fact that she behaves so differently now, which means she probably got taken away and replaced with an alien duplicate.
probably either got a heavy dose of radiation or that's not her.
Well, I mean, there's no way there was proper shielding on that piece of crap that Jeff Bezos sent up there. All right, so
Okay, on to this.
let's get to this tragic.
Heroic. It's heroic and sad all in the same...
Yeah, so
time.
a Thanksgiving blaze at a New Jersey home. These two sisters died saving their fathers. Get past that ugly white guy there. Oh, I hate that so much. So, Thanksgiving Day turned tragic when two sisters died saving their disabled dad from the raging house fire. Francia, Fleury.
I'm guessing that's how you pronounce
Fleury?
that.
49, and then this girl, I've seen them call her PJ, 42, were overcome by flames as they guided their father out of the home. Right there in green, their dad was able to escape unscathed, which tells me either the two women died of smoke inhalation, or they were literally shielding their dad from the fire.
Along with 6 others who were inside
were
the
able to
home.
get
So
them out.
they saved 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's honorable, guys.
Either
that
they
makes me
saved,
want to
either
cry.
they saved 7, or the others were able to get out, and then they saved their
Good
father.
job, yeah.
Why do I know Essex County? Where is that at?
I don't know. New Jersey's a pretty small state, so just put your finger on the map and you probably hit
So
it.
it's Jersey then.
Yeah, it's Jersey.
Okay, I'm like I know Essex County. What
You
state
wanna
is that
s-
located?
I don't know if
down.
it's Jersey City, but I know it's New Jersey State.
Yeah,
So
That's
there's
sad.
some images of the fire. Keep scrolling down.
an older colonial home.
Oh, I love that.
It's
that
beautiful.
style
It's a
homes.
beautiful home.
That's my favorite architecture style right there. Keep scrolling. I know I had some.
That's
Here
an
we go.
interesting
Oh,
So
article.
this is
Sorry.
PJ, one of the women who died. She's known as PJ, entrepreneur and author, wrote a book about inventing and her process of how she did it. Go ahead and keep scrolling down. That's my daughter in the background. She's having a rough time right now.
Never
And
seen
then
their
this
daughter.
is her sister. I think it's Francia. I can't remember.
Well,
how to
let's
pronounce
scroll
it.
down and see. It should
yeah, scroll
say.
down a
It
little
should
bit more.
say.
There we go.
Yep, Francia. Yep.
Francia, self-described daddy's girl. This was a picture of her, I think it was 9 years ago is what the article said. So keep them in your prayers, especially the father. He's probably going through a lot. I mean, as dads, you tend to want to be the
Yeah.
one sacrificing yourself for your children, not the other way around.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably going through a lot right now. I mean, grateful he has his life, but he lost 2 beautiful daughters, so...
No, that's
Keep
really
them in your
sad.
thoughts and prayers. If you happen to know them, which chances you don't know them, I guess reach out and let them know you're thinking of them.
I'm sorry. Scroll up a little bit. Sorry, I got distracted by a side article. Right
Oh my
there.
gosh,
Brooklyn serial spitter bloodied in the street in street-style justice during epic beatdown.
Worse than jail.
Oh my gosh. All right. So
We just need to do one episode where we get on
The New
NYU
York
Post
We
and
just go
just
on
scroll through
tangents.
and just do
have
the
an
tangent.
episode tangent. You got any other final thoughts on this episode?
It's-
Or this article?
It's sad, but it's sad and beautiful at the same time that they're willing to put their own lives at the line because out of love. All of this is out of love.
There was nothing else I know of that would have prompted them to do that.
What is it? John 3:16, where you
For God so loved the world that he sent his only begotten Son.
No, not that one. It's
I know what you're thinking of. It's any man who layeth down his life for a friend. No greater love hath a man than this, and he layeth down his life for a friend.
Yeah.
it's beautiful. It's very sad. So keep them, like Kyle said, keep them in your prayers, guys.
Yep. So with that note, we're going to do the hard segue away from national news, stuff going on around the world and the country. So if you want to drop out, you can drop out. We're going to go more into just news here in Utah. So let's go ahead and hit that next tab.
Going up from 4 to 6 live viewers, so.
Oh, I guess people only care about you then. All right. So, U.S. gas prices dropped below $3 per gallon for first time since 2021. I've seen a couple below $3 a gallon
brand
here.
new. That happened while we were recording.
Last time, or
No, this article right
This
here.
article is live.
2 killed, 1 arrested, and suspected
It happened
DUI.
tonight.
oh, this happened tonight. Okay,
Because,
yeah, I remember you
it's
pointed it out to
interesting,
me
yeah.
earlier.
It's something we should probably talk about.
Yeah, gas prices have dropped. Go ahead and scroll down. I highlighted a few things here.
Can we get to below $1 again?
I
Because
see 289 at the pumps right now.
It
289.
might
Costco.
be possible.
Here, I'll tell you right now what
So
it's.
the national average price of gasoline has fallen below $3 per gallon for first time since May 2021. We haven't seen the national average. This is coming. They're reporting from basically the study done by Gas Buddy.
Okay.
We'll get to their website. Actually, there's a pretty cool
Gas
thing on their
in
website.
Spanish Fork right now at Costco, because Costco's.
Below 3. It's like,
It's
280?
$2.83 right now.
Yeah. So we haven't seen the national average fall this low in over 4 years. Excuse me. And the speed and breadth of the decline is remarkable, said Patrick D. Hahn, head of the petroleum analysis at Gas Buddy. Sorry, I'm reading from all the way across the table, so if I screw up,
Do you want me to read?
I don't need your filthy glasses.
Well, you said you can't see.
No, I'm just reading from farther away. It's not like Logan, who's right next to the
Oh yeah,
thing.
I'm going to get eye damage because of how close I am to this screen.
Every single state has seen relief at the pump over the past week, a rare feat that underscores how challenging the fundamentals are for gasoline prices right now. The recent drop in gasoline prices have been driven by a combination of easing crude oil costs, robust refinery output, and softer seasonal fuel demand. U.S. refineries have returned to strong utilization rates, contributing to rising gasoline inventories at a time when consumption naturally tapers off. Scroll down.
I was going to say, during the wintertime, you normally see a dip in gas prices because nobody's traveling all that much.
Yeah,
I'm
travel
trying to
and
get-
whatnot tends to decrease. I think that's mostly what I have marked here. So they cited Gas Buddy as the place where they got a lot of this info from. There we go. There's an interesting
I'm trying to
point.
get
I
the
should've
local
highlighted
gas
that.
stations, but
Right there.
Google's being
So
stupid.
Gas Buddy also continues to track several dozen stations in Oklahoma, Colorado, Texas, selling gasoline at $1.99 per gallon or less. These ultra low prices may continue to appear.
Those are also oil states. So
Well,
they're
that's
they're
the thing,
gonna
though. We have a refinery in Utah.
We do.
Why this is a freaking problem for us is absurd.
we have a refinery here. You don't have the mass oil fields like these other states
Yeah, but
do.
a lot of these other states are sending their oil here to be refined.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. Is it's then why is it cheaper for them to send it here to Utah and then send it back and have them
and
at a
it's
lower
still
price,
cheaper to send
than
it
is
back,
here.
So
and we get the jacked up price.
Texas and Oklahoma both have refineries just because of how big of oil states they are.
That makes sense.
We have
'Cause
oil here.
We
We're
have
just
no-
not allowed to freaking drill for it
Well,
because
it's-
we went too conservative.
It's a pain in the rear end to drill oil here in the state of Utah.
which is a problem. But let's get let's go ahead and get
That's
this.
a-
Go to the next
That's for a
tab.
tangent episode.
Yeah, I know, right? Go to the next tab. So this is get on Gas Buddy's website. This is a heat map. So the more yellow,
Is
the
higher
higher
the
the price, and the darker purple, the lower the price.
Hey, California's below $7 a gallon.
Or no,
No, it's
$4 or greater.
it's
or more.
$4 or greater.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm sorry. I had some hope for you guys.
There is no hope for Cali.
So, can we flip this map to show diesel prices?
Yeah, diesel prices are still climbing, and I don't think they have it on here. Check that top there, see if there's anything there. Gas price, massive, no. I don't know if they do have that option to switch it to look at diesel.
So I don't
Because
understand.
they mostly track gasoline, because they also like put out reports and help you plan routes for vacations and stuff.
I get that. It's like I don't understand why diesel prices are as high as they are.
They
Because
shouldn't be.
You make diesel before you make gasoline.
And I would imagine some of it is also storage costs because it's easier to make it and there's more of it, and so some of it probably is absorbed by storage costs because they can't just
They
don't have enough people taking it.
I say I don't understand it, but there's also like diesel. That's where a lot of our road tax comes from. You're taxing your semi drivers because they use the majority of the diesel.
I think if a lot of us moved away from gasoline to diesel, a significant portion, that price would drop just because
The demand.
the demand would be more in line with the supply.
Well, your semi trucks take about 150 to 200 gallons of diesel per fill up. So you're looking a ton of diesel on the road at all times. Like,
You ready for this? I personally believe the reason why diesel is so expensive is because environmentalists think it's so
It
they
burns
think it's
cleaner
so
than
bad.
gasoline.
And then also you have the people who are like, we want gas, give us gas, give
It
us.
burns cleaner and it's more fuel efficient.
Yeah,
Of
oh,
course, there's those
so
guys
much.
who like freaking pound the pedal to the metal and
Don't get me wrong.
and
It is
smoke you
fun.
out.
It is fun to roll call on a biker when he's on the road.
Hey, we all know bikers. They're not people. They're annoying little buttholes.
So
they are people, technically.
so
You know what I mean, okay? They cause so many problems.
So when I was learning how to drive, my grandpa threw me in the truck and told me to drive to Bryce Canyon. Like my first time ever
Here,
driving a stick.
she's looking up this right here for your
Yep.
your diesel. Holy fetch! And this sucks is because I'm looking for an F-250 right now to
So-
drive. Dang!
So yeah, learning to drive, and we were going through a canyon. And he's like, and there's a bunch of bikers on the road not using the bike trail. And he's like, shift it up to 5 going up this hill, and we're gonna smoke them out.
That's so messed up.
We get to where we're going, and about a half hour
right
later,
So here's your diesel prices.
about a half hour later, here comes like 4 guys that are just black and covered in soot.
Oh my god.
That's so messed up.
Oh,
Oh,
poor
scroll down.
guys.
It tells you by state your average diesel prices.
California's 5. Hawaii
dang.
makes sense.
Yeah, because you got to ship it out there.
Yeah, everything's shipped into Hawaii.
Yeah.
Even their food. They don't even grow much of their own food anymore.
So,
Where's the
Granted, they don't have
cheapest?
a
Can
lot
you
of
scroll
space, but they
down?
will-
well,
push a lot of that
it'll
out.
show you in the map.
Right
Louisiana,
there.
at three-
Louisiana.
or no,
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's a big oil state,
It makes sense.
and Texas is number 2. So,
Yeah, that makes
All right,
sense.
let's go back to that tab. It's
but
that Gas
Don't-
Buddy tab. Right
don't
there.
don't go to Love's if you drive a diesel because they will jack that price up almost $1 a gallon.
Don't worry
And it's
about it,
really
Ed.
bad for you. Love's gas station
Head to the
is
next
one.
tab.
I've been learning all about gas and what gas stations are good for you, and Love's is one of the worst. Unless you absolutely need to stop there, then do it. Exxon is really good.
Love's, Pilot, and Flying J are
Yeah,
the 3
are
worst gas stations
really
you can
bad.
ever go to.
There's a couple other ones back east that aren't. They're
Are
just the
they
back
always
east companies.
overpriced?
Overpriced, shit gas quality.
Like the
So-
yeah.
So
Well, I bet you
Exxon.
can't wait for Buc-ee's
So
to get
ready?
here, right?
So top tier 5 gas stations.
Sinclair,
Costco.
Chevron, Costco.
Costco is one of them. Exxon, Sinclair, Shell is number 1, and I forget the other one.
Chevron.
No, Chevron has fallen from a top 5 Just they lately.
Maverick.
It used to be Maverick is not on that
I think
list.
they're top 10.
But they are, for the West Coast.
Yeah.
Alright.
Anyways.
Continuing on with the gas issue, Utah GOP lawmakers proposed a plan to cut gas prices by ending refinery tax breaks. So,
Maverick.
Maverick!
we were just talking about. Scroll on down to
Both
our
pump
highlights.
and sign.
Yeah, but well, they're a dime a dozen here, and they're gonna
love it.
struggle. They're gonna struggle a little bit, I think, when Buc-ee's comes in.
Nah.
No, they
No.
won't struggle when Buc-ee's comes in with their underpriced gasoline
No.
that's subsidized by their store.
Yeah, literally. Hey, I'm gonna go up there. We're gonna make a video trip just to go to Buc-ee's for this podcast for you
probably.
guys.
Alright, go ahead and scroll down, babe.
Yeah.
Let's get to those highlights. Alright, Utah Republican lawmakers are rolling out a proposal that could lower the gas prices at pump as much as 20 cents, depending on if they're not retarded, but they probably are.
So are they going to reallocate the tax? Like,
That's what it's getting. The plan will remove a long-standing tax exemption for oil refineries, shifting part of the tax burden away from drivers and onto fuel producers. Scroll on down.
so
we got
we're
some more
gonna
highlights.
we're gonna fill that in the gas prices.
So here's the thing. Go down. There we go. The national average for gas is currently 305 as of this article. So it's like below 305. It bounces all over. For a gallon of regular, Utah is paying 336. That's our average. Oklahoma and other southern states are paying 255 on average. Scroll down. Schultz
got a little
explained
cold
that
in
while
here.
Utah produces more gasoline than it consumes, a significant portion is exported out to nearby
Sorry.
states. Right
Got a
there,
little
roughly
cold.
30 to 40% of it goes to other states. Let's see. I thought it said the frickin' states on here.
Arizona, Nevada, Wyoming, and Idaho.
No. Oh, yeah. There it is. You're right. So, such as Arizona, Nevada, Wyoming, Idaho, areas that once relied on California's refineries. So, they've shifted away from California gas to Utah gas. Keep scrolling down. So, 30-40% pretty much is shipped outside of Utah. Go down. Here we go. Then, what we'll do is take and lower the gas taxes at the pump from the for the citizens of the state. He said, we think we can lower it somewhere between 10 and 20 cents. That doesn't get us in line with the national average, but it gets us a lot closer. Scroll down.
They could probably make it
hold on,
lower.
Here. It's coming right here. As of July 2025, Utah's state tax is 39.15 cents per gallon. Okay, that is absurd. With a combined total of 57.55 cents per gallon with the federal tax included. California, by comparison, is the highest with 61.2 cents per gallon. When adding local taxes and all that, it gets up to 72 cents per gallon. And then there's in purple, we're not trying to increase taxes, he said. We're trying to make sure Utahns get the benefit of gas produced here in Utah. Scroll down.
So the gas tax is how we get our road tax and everything. And that's how we fund construction. There is a reason.
Oh, it's not there. What the heck? I saw it on here. Scroll back up.
Did they take it out?
There is a reason that the traffic cone is the state flower of Utah.
Because they get way too much money.
Yes.
I'm sorry. They could cut the tax.
Well,
they could.
Here's the thing. From what I understand, I know I had it somewhere. I read it. They were going to lower the taxes. They did say that earlier. Lower the taxes at the pump and then frickin' shift it over there. Well, then that means we won't see it. It's like we won't see it at all if you're doing that. We won't see the cut in how much we're paying at the pump because you just shift it over.
Duh.
It's like you gotta, if you're going to do it, just cut the pump taxes entirely, move it over to the refinery.
But we're still going to feel it.
We're going to feel it, but you should see the number come down because we don't have to tax as much because we're also taxing the fuel going to other states too at that point.
Oh, right there.
There it is. For some reason, this does not happen at the refinery level because the legislature determined that got a tax exemption. He said, no, that's not what I was looking for. I don't know what it was.
Well, here's the thing.
It's
They just want money.
They're just going
and-
to transition. It's not going to make any dang difference. They need to eliminate the tax at the pump if it's going to actually make a difference. Otherwise, it's only going to be like 2 cents, and that's not even going to be noticed with how much gas prices have been dropping.
Is it right here? Under the House GOP plan, any fuel leaving Utah for sale in other states would be taxed before it crosses state lines. Schultz said that the change would allow Utah to collect tax revenue that's currently going elsewhere.
Yeah, but I know I saw something where they said it. Well, it doesn't matter. It's not that important. Let's get off of
They
this.
don't care about us.
Utah's just pissing me off because they just need to eliminate all the taxes.
We have
If they have tax after, if they have a fee that they charge you, any kind of fee, and it has the name tax after it, they just need to eliminate it. Federal tax, eliminate that.
You know,
State
we have one of
income
the
tax,
best,
eliminate that. Social security tax, eliminate that. It's like if it has tax after it, eliminate it. We don't need it. It's not.
You know, we
necessary.
have one of the best nest eggs out of the country.
Oh yeah, no. Utah's been pretty good with its money, which is why they can afford to cut our freaking taxes.
Exactly. Florida's doing it. We were shared an article that Florida's planning on doing it. So come on, follow suit. But they don't. They won't. They want their money.
All right, so let's go ahead and hit up the next tab. We're going to start getting into church news here. We got a few things going on. From the Moroni channel, the Church of Jesus Christ donates 6,600 pounds of kimchi. This is fermented cabbage.
Ooh, lovely.
I love kimchi. It's fantastic. Go ahead and scroll down. So basically, Korean Christians, aka the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, joined together on November 22nd, 2025, to host a Neighbor Love Kimchi sharing event, donating 3,000 kilos, 6,600 pounds of kimchi to families and social welfare organizations across the region. Holy crap! I cannot freaking read right now. The event brought together approximately 200 participants, including church members, missionaries, community volunteers, and representatives from organizations such as the Korean Religious Leaders Solidarity, URI Korea. On the morning of the event, participants gathered at 7 a.m., offered a prayer at 9, and began preparing the kimchi. Working together, they successfully completed 3,000 kilos, the 3,000 kilo batch in a short time. Many participants described the experience as meaningful and uplifting, with one volunteer noting, "We were able to unite with each other while the Holy Spirit was with us," and another saying, "Volunteering together with my family strengthened our trust and love for one another." So fun. Sharing kimchi.
Nice.
I love kimchi. I'm sorry. It is an underestimated food. I went to Hawaii once and they had a kimchi omelet there. It was fantastic.
Good for you. I'm good.
I know,
I'll
right?
pass.
You guys are completely passing. Which is a shame.
I'm on that American diet, steak and potatoes.
The completed kimchi was distributed through basically local welfare groups and whatnot, and to local low-income families. And then the quote, "I hope that the kimchi we prepared paired with care will bring warmth to the winter tables of our neighbors," said the organizer. That's pretty much it for this story. So just a service project, pretty much.
Big one.
Big one.
It's not a small one. It is a lot of food, particularly one food that is very popular there too.
Wait a minute. Church clarifies caffeine use to Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, that's stupid. All right.
Is it? Did you read it?
No. Next tab, because I don't care.
Ignorance is bliss when it comes to that kind of stuff.
I don't know what's going on here.
Logan, I'm going to take this one because your sister, you said, went to this mission.
So this one has...
Scroll down, babe.
Family ties. My sister is currently serving in Tahiti. She is on a 18-month proselyting mission.
Scroll down to the highlights.
The citizens of Tahiti. This is an unfortunate event where a mentally ill man broke into the missionary's home and the set of elders at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. These
so way early in the morning.
Yeah,
Dang.
the elders were living on the 3rd floor, so this guy broke into their third story apartment.
Dang.
Got onto the balcony, broke the glass door to the balcony with a brick, and walked in to rob them all. One of the elders woke up to go see what was going on, and when the elder confronted the guy grabbed him by his garment top, sacred clothing for members of the church.
He was sleeping in his underwear.
Pretty much.
Like
Yeah,
any of
pretty
us.
much. Yeah,
Like
like
any
I
of
think
us,
everybody does.
Grabbed him by his garment top and threw him over the balcony. The elder landed in the alley. Members who live around the elder's home, hearing the commotion, woke up, saw the elder on the ground, started rendering first aid.
Dang.
While the other ones broke into the stairwell to get up to the 3rd story apartment, busted down the door, trying to wake up the other elder who was still passed out.
Holy crap.
And I can't.
Deep sleeper,
Well,
man.
you got more information on this probably because
Then
of your
the
sister
article,
than
yeah.
this article has. This article is very generic.
I'm getting to how I know all this.
Yeah.
So yeah, the elder that took the tumble is home. He's in the hospital. They don't.
Oh, he is home?
He's home.
Okay.
They shipped him
Because this
home.
talked about him being at another elder's apartment. That was probably while they're waiting to get him home.
Yep.
So
he's home. He's backstage side being taken care of.
that's good.
Um.
A 5-meter fall is what it said it was.
Yeah.
It's not a small fall. That's very
Five,
serious.
so 5 meters is about
You're
a
not-
meter's 3 feet.
Yeah, you're not at 5
You're
meters.
looking about
You're not
15 feet.
breaking bones. You're possibly shattering bones.
So I'll get into another story I have from my mission that kind of correlates with that kind of a fall. But the reason I know this story is because my sister was able to call home Thanksgiving, and we was talking to her about it. She had previously been assigned to that area. But she got pulled out because the area was too dangerous for sisters. So she knew this set of elders because I can't remember if they shared an area or they were adjacent to.
Well, when I was in my area on my mission, oftentimes the sisters overlapped with multiple elders areas. So typically they were given their own areas because that's the thing is when we were getting investigators into the church, a lot of times it's like the sisters would be involved a lot if it was another woman that we felt they would be better for, and they have that larger area where they can outreach to.
So the way it works over there is the sisters are assigned to a ward. There's no overlap between the elders and sisters wards.
Okay.
So they're assigned their own individual. So I can't remember if she was assigned to that area in particular or if she was in an area adjacent. But the elder that was asleep was her district leader last transfer before she got pulled out.
Okay. So
I
she
bet
knew
you-
him quite a bit. They talked quite a bit.
Yes.
I bet you he feels horrible if he slept through most of it. I bet you
Oh,
he
gosh.
feels horrible. But I mean,
He's-
sometimes you can't help it because you're a deep sleeper. I'm sorry to
So-
say I'm a deep sleeper.
Well, here's the thing. If he didn't sleep through it, he could also have been injured too.
Yes.
And so
Thrown
that
off
may
the balcony,
that
too.
But
could have been divine as well.
That's a two-sided coin, right? If both of them were up, would that guy have had
They could have
gone hands on?
overpowered him, but then since it was the one got up, if he got up afterwards, he could have injured both of them seriously.
Yeah. So that's
And it's like
There's a lot
we
of-
all know it's like there's all those stories of people practically showing almost superhuman strength when they're either drugged up or psychotic.
Yep.
Yeah.
so there's a
Let's
lot
scroll down a little bit and get a picture of this missionary here.
of yep. I can't remember if that was him or not.
I don't know. I couldn't find
Who
any
knows?
information. Scroll down.
So
Let's see if there's anything on that picture there.
oh yeah, that was him. So,
Yeah, so that may have been him, that photo.
but that is the story that we got on Thursday from my sister.
Just because you have, you
Yep.
have
And she
access
also
to
being
that.
close in proximity. It's
Exactly.
kind of like us with the Charlie Kirk shooting. It's like we were close in proximity. We were hearing things before the rest of the country even knew it happened.
Yep. So she she's very close to this story, and
Sad.
it sent waves through the mission.
Mm-hmm.
I know this from experience because when I was out on my mission, I was about 6 months in, 9 months in, 6 months in. We had an elder who ran out of water. Like in the Dominican Republic, they keep their water tanks up on the roof. They're about 2,000 gallon tank that you keep up there for your plumbing.
Yeah.
Right? There's no pressurized systems. You just store water.
They have a
up there.
pump that takes it up there pretty much,
And then it's
from
gravity.
there the gravity feeds the whole system.
So their house had run out, and they over there you have no idea when your water turns back on. So you either pump water up, like you buy a truck, pumps water up, whatever. So he went up to the roof to go check on the tank to see like why the house is out of water. He didn't take a companion up with him, which you guys know the dangers of that.
Mm-hmm.
Having served missions yourselves.
Yep.
We don't get into that.
A lone elder is a scary elder.
I was very protected on my mission by the Lord. There are some weirdos out there. I can tell you stories for hours, pretty much.
So, when he went up there, we don't know what happened because he was alone. All we know is he went to go check on the tank.
Mm-hmm.
He looked over to the power lines, which he assumed to be turned off because that's how it is in the region. You get 4 hours of electricity a day, and then the government turns it off. And he sees the kite and the power lines.
Yeah, here in America, I would never assume it's off.
Yeah, I would.
So he went to the power lines to reach for this kite to go and give it back to a kid or something because it's kite season over there. It's windy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the power was turned on. The electricity arced from the line, went through his wrist, through his heart, and exited the other wrist. And he fell 3 stories in front of a store on the base level and died right there.
That's terrible.
Elder Conrad was his name. He happened to be in my zone. I can't remember if he was my district leader or the second district leader in the zone. His companion had only been in the field for 2 weeks.
Oh, golly.
He was a trainer, too.
Greeny.
Mm-hmm. He'd only Elder Conrad had only been in the mission for 6 months. So brand new to the mission. Had a brand new area.
And in these countries like this, you never know what you're going to see. Because like one of my friends, he served in Mexico City North mission, I think. And he can't even count the amount of dead bodies he'd seen while he was there on his mission.
The amount of times...
And that was in Mexico City. Not even like out in the country or anything where it's probably worse.
The amount of times I've seen a machete put to somebody's throat and slit is... Yeah.
Yeah, these countries are rough, man.
So,
they're rough. And in many ways, being a missionary protects you because a lot of them like to leave religious people alone.
Yes. That was the whole point. That was the whole reason why we always went to the mafia boss. But that's tying my story back to my sister's. I'm so glad this elder is alive.
Oh, yeah.
After that, it's that same distance of fall.
This could have ended. This could have
very
ended
differently.
All he had to do was fall differently.
Yeah.
Pretty much, and he would have broken his neck.
We had situations on my mission, so I don't really have the mafia. We had gangs, because I served in Georgia.
We had the
and
mafia on my mission. We called them politicians.
You had gangs, but there was a time that we were planning to go to an area, and I forget what happened, and we didn't go. And from our apartment, Opelika, Alabama, beautiful place. You have the nice, and then you have straight ghetto. From our apartment, which was a new apartment, super nice, the nicest apartment I stayed in my whole mission. You just hear, brr, brr, brr. And we go there the next day to go visit a less active member, and there's freaking bullet holes everywhere.
Gosh.
I guess some gang got in a shootout with the SWAT team, and they just unloaded on
Where
the
did
place.
you serve again?
Georgia.
Georgia.
But the thing is we covered
That's
part of
inside the
Alabama.
US.
We had a little chunk
Georgia in the U.S., not Georgia out of
Yeah.
the U.S.,
And
by the way.
The thing is if we would have gone to that area before, we would have been stuck in the middle of a
Oh my
gunfight
gosh.
between cops
We
and a gang.
had that as well. There
And who knows?
But
So
yeah,
I want to say on that article that we saw about the caffeine, we just had a comment from Dallin, actually. He texted me and said that the church in the article clarifies, this is for all you freaking boomers out there that say caffeine is against the word of wisdom. It is not. They came out and said it is okay for us to drink caffeine. So you know what? Just for that, I'm going to go home and crack open an energy drink.
Responsibly.
Responsibly crack open an energy drink.
But I just have to say, you know what? It is nice on the church news that they do actually clarify that, because I want to bring those articles to some degree to people's attention. So but this is very, very sad.
If you can't tell, John hates boomers.
Only some of them.
Okay, most of them.
So
and it's fair.
Back to
this.
That's most of the information that I have on this subject matter. I don't know.
That's way more information than they got here.
Then Hunt's on this.
I should have not even brought the article up. I should have just asked you to talk about it.
Well, it's probably good that we brought it up. Just be like, hey,
there are articles talking about it.
There's a lot of things that missionaries go through that a lot of people. I can say half the situations that I went through on my mission, my parents don't know about, and they probably never will. Because it would terrify them to know what some missionaries go through.
Yeah, I was spared from a lot of the weird situations on my mission. There's a couple where it's like, okay, what the hell is going on? But none of the really crazy stuff happened with me, though. It was always other missionaries in my mission.
I didn't go through a lot, but there is a few. You know what I mean.
When Elder Conrad went, Elder Suarez came to our mission to talk to everybody, and he brought mental health professionals with him. Because a lot of the elders, especially in my zone, elders and sisters, took it very, very hard.
Yeah.
And then Elder Anderson presided his funeral.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Jenny Oaks Baker was in my mission. She's the daughter of Dallin H. Oaks, current prophet. And so he had come to our mission a few times. I missed him very narrowly. I believe I told you guys the story where it's the missionaries in the area I was just in. I just left, go in to teach them just a simple gospel message, and there's Dallin H. Oaks standing there in a gray sweater and gray sweatpants.
So do you guys know John Schmidt?
John Schmidt.
From the Piano Guys?
Okay.
So his daughter was in my mission. Sister
cool.
Schmidt was in my mission in my first area. I was there when she was trained, and very sad, because she died a couple of years ago. She got lost on a hike, but I knew her personally, and she's a great missionary, great sister. I mean, we all had our differences, but overall she was great at what she did, and it's really sad to see that when she went home that she had that unfortunate accident. But John Smith actually came to one of our mission reunions after they found her and everything, and had he talked to us all, you know what I mean, and it, very sad. Like, things happen for a reason. Like, I mean, we just got a live comment here from somebody. The missionary story is so crazy and scary. Yeah,
that's my wife.
Is it?
Yeah, that's my wife.
Is it? Oh, yeah. But the thing is things happen for a reason that we might not understand now and may not understand in this life, and the experiences need to happen to people for a reason.
Through Christ, all injustices will be justified. Yeah. Let's go ahead and hit up that next tab.
We're going to go a little over the 2 hours here.
So this is a news article. Well, this isn't a news article. This is actually
the actual document.
This is the actual document from the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals. Scroll down, babe.
Is this about the tithing you were telling me about?
So right there. Do you want to go ahead and read that for us, Logan? We're just going to read like the first page of the summary. That's the summary.
The
en blanc, yeah.
The en banc court affirmed that the district court's order granting summary judgment of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the action brought by James Huntsman, a former member of the church, alleging that the church had committed fraud by using tithing funds to finance commercial endeavors despite stating that it would not do so. Huntsman contended that the church committed fraud under California law by misrepresenting which funds it used to finance the City Creek Center project, redevelopment of a commercial shopping mall in downtown Salt Lake City, Utah. And which funds were used to allegedly bail out the beneficial life insurance company, a church-owned entity. Huntsman tithed substantial sums to the church from 1993 to 2015. The en banc court held that no reasonable juror could conclude that the church misrepresented the source of funds for the City Creek project. The church had long explained that the sources of the reserve funds included tithing funds, and Huntsman had not presented evidence that the church did anything other than what it said it would do.
All right. Yeah, so basically, Huntsman, gone from a former member to anti-Mormon, gets slapped by the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals saying, yeah, no, dude, they didn't lie to you. You knew it from the beginning. It's been on our slips, tithing slips the whole time, saying that what it can be used for. And it's like, dude, grow up. He wants his money back. That's all it is. He just wants his money back.
You have to say, this is a very liberal court, too.
Mm-hmm.
And to have it side...
Where's the Ninth Circuit?
It's the basically West Coast Circuit Court.
Is it the West
California?
Coast?
It's the most liberal of the circuit courts.
I was going to say, because Sixth Circuit is Texas, right? Or is that fourth?
I can't remember. I just know Ninth Circuit and Tenth Circuit, because Ninth Circuit involves California, and Tenth Circuit covers Utah.
Oh, hold on.
Map, right there.
Right there.
Okay,
right,
so it covers...
Go to the next one to the right.
The Wikipedia one.
Pull that up. So that's the circuit court system there.
So we're the 10th.
Okay. Fifth Circuit is Texas.
And I'm assuming Huntsman's... Yeah, he lives in California.
Yeah, well, he said it was accused by California law, so that's the time frame.
It does say... I do have to say, as all of us have our own opinions of tithing and everything, but it does say on the form, when you fill it out, it will be used for...
At the church's discretion.
And then if you click... When you pay your tithing online, if you click the asterisk, it goes into everything, but it does say tithing, so specifically tithing will be used for temples and church buildings and everything. It goes into the specific.
It does even say tithing was used for investment purposes. And
yeah,
stuff.
But then
it's used at the church's discretion, and if you look at how
the only one that is used for specifically for your ward is fast offerings.
Well, here's the thing. All the church's administrative costs, so everyone that works at the church office building, all the costs of the buildings across the world and whatnot, that's paid for by the dividends, the returns on the investments the church has made.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can't say that they're not using the money responsibly. When here's the thing, you know how much Nancy Pelosi makes money off the stock market exchange. There's the Pelosi stock trader. The church has a higher return than her, and she has insider trading to help. So you can't say they're not doing it responsibly.
Everything they spend their money on has been a good cause, and the money, all those scary stories I will say that you hear of, like embezzlement and things, are people in the church taking advantage of it.
They're always typically very individuals, and it's limited to that case. It's not really systemic.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at this. Sorry, I didn't mean to go.
You're good. Yeah. You're good. I just wanted to point that out for those who are like, oh, the church does this, the church does this.
I'm just looking at this map. I find it interesting that Puerto Rico is a part of the first district, and then the U.S. Virgin Islands is part of the third.
You know what? I bet.
The world.
Wait, what? Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico is a part of the first district, and then the U.S. Virgin Islands is a part of the third.
Okay.
Just going off color there. Then you got Guam, and then...
That is weird. Because I would assume whatever circuit kind of oversees the Washington, D.C. area, I would assume...
That's its own.
That, well, you look at... It is its own thing, but I would assume that would have the territories, the Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and Guam. I would assume the federal territories would be underneath that.
What's MP?
MP?
What is MP?
Shoot, I can't remember.
Google! What is the MP Islands?
MP, gosh,
U.S. held territories.
I know it, but for some reason I don't. MP U.S. territory. Just island U.S. territory.
Right there. U.S. territory.
Yep.
The Northern Marina Islands? Really?
Why P?
Commonwealth of
Why
the
is there
Norman.
P in there?
We hold Saipan.
Oh.
Okay. That makes sense. Oh, that's where Max is.
Okay.
Who cares? Let's
Who knew?
continue.
Who knew? We learn new stuff every day.
We
eh?
do learn new stuff every day. I didn't know that was a part of the U.S., but now I do. Northern Marina Islands.
So, my brother-in-law, his mission has Saipan in it.
Oh, really? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's cool.
Oh, so you can go.
Let's head
home
back
to America.
to that.
He has
article,
the
or
U.S.
that
Postal
tab
Service
bib.
on his mission.
Yeah.
No. Get rid of
Exit.
those. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go back. No. Right. That one, yes. So, next story.
Another Utah story.
Another Utah story. So, August Beckwith has been missing now for a while. He's 29 years old, and he's a nonverbal autistic man.
Oof. Oh, no.
So, go ahead and scroll down. That's a photo of him right there, the big one. Go ahead and scroll down.
This is dangerous too because the weather has been at night.
It's about to
The
turn
weather
sour.
has been turning now, and so it's getting to dangerous territory for him. So keep scrolling down real quick. There was a note at the bottom, but I'll show you the photo real quick. Keep going down. Down. There we go. So the photo of him with the beard is AI generated, by the way, because they don't have a most recent photo of him in the care facility he was in. He chose to stop shaving.
Okay.
And so this is an estimate by AI of what he should roughly look like, except he probably won't be nearly as clean as this image shows. So kind of keep that in mind if you're in the area and you happen to see a man wearing that gray hoodie with a red shirt and black sweats, that looks like.
Did you notice
there's
that
a
the
chance it
article
could
on
be
the
him.
right has changed
The
since the
article.
last we mentioned it about an hour ago?
Yeah, that's
They've
probably.
arrested. It's got an update on the DUI crash up in Salt Lake City.
Oh yeah, yeah. So keep him in mind. Keep him in your prayers. And if you're in the area, keep an eye out for someone matching his description and call police if you see someone.
That was up at the University of Utah,
University
Salt Lake area.
of Utah, so Salt Lake area. So lots of people
So up
around.
north.
You would imagine. Go ahead and scroll back up. We can pause up there so we can see. There we go. Those highlights. Scroll down. There we go. 29 nonverbal autistic, as I said, near Salt Lake, in Salt Lake, near University of Utah.
They need to be careful with that.
On
that
November
format.
17th, so it's been a little while. What?
They need to be careful in that format because it looks like August 29th is nonverbal.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. They need to be
Yeah,
a little
that's,
bit around.
August, who
I
is
didn't-
29.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. Yeah, August is his name. He's 29 years old.
Excuse
Not
me.
the date of the person. Scroll down to the next.
Quit naming your kids after months of the year.
Yeah, please. For the
Not,
love of everything.
not a wise decision there on that part, right? No, he's only been missing since November. According to August's mother, Lori Beckwith, on Friday, November 28th,
So he
the
went missing
search will
yesterday.
continue. No, he's been missing longer.
Okay.
He's been
Since the
missing about 10,
17th.
11
Okay.
days now. So, yeah, so he's
I
been missing
honestly-
longer. But the 28th, so what is that today?
Today's the 29th.
Today's the
So
29th.
yesterday they were gonna, the search will continue. People were meeting at the Starbucks there at the University of Utah Hospital. So
All
the
I can
health
say is I
coordinator
hope they
search.
find him at like one of the shelters up there
Mm-hmm.
because he's nonverbal. I
That's-
hope that
honestly,
they find
I
him.
wouldn't be surprised if they sent out photos to all the shelters because there's a good chance he could end up at one of those.
Another
I
shelter.
just hope they find him.
A shelter. I hope they don't have to send out the cadaver dogs.
Well, if
Yeah.
he was lost in Salt Lake City,
There's
I
already
hope.
too many cadavers to cover up the
Yeah,
scent.
I just hope they find him. I really do.
No, I do.
Can we click on this DUI thing here since we're in Utah
All
news?
right, go ahead and pull that
I'm
This
very
sucks.
curious. This happened today,
Mm-hmm.
this morning. Okay.
This was updated a half hour
So,
ago.
forgive me, there's no highlights on this because John wants to talk about it.
Oh,
I'm
shit.
sorry,
Look
but
at the
click
No,
on
you're
this
good.
picture. This is Utah News. We are here to talk about Utah
you're
News.
good. I haven't had the time to go through the article and
Two
highlight
killed.
anything.
It looks like this couple was killed here by a DUI wrong way
Scroll down.
crash. Yeah, a young couple was killed in a head-on collision after a
600
driver
south.
entered Interstate 15 traveling the wrong direction.
600 South. That's kind of by Bangor, isn't it?
Yeah, that's up there, yeah.
It's
Just
farther
before
north.
2 a.m.,
It
the
should be
wrong-way
farther
driver
north.
crashed head-on with another car near 1900
I
South.
believe 600 South is the one-way road in Salt Lake.
Okay.
Official says the 2 occupants of the second vehicle were killed in the crash. The wrong-way driver had minor non-life-threatening injuries.
The driver, later identified as Jose Jimenez, was suspected of driving
Of
under
a
the influence.
DUI.
Peachy.
Scroll down a little bit. Let's see. There's a picture of the family. Keep their family in their prayers. Look at that.
Keep scrolling down. Let's see what else has.
Oh, they were from Springville.
They were from Springfield. They
Oh my
looked.
gosh.
They looked familiar.
They were
That's close.
18.
That's home.
They were both 18.
Freaking serious?
Yeah.
They were headed to Idaho to spend Thanksgiving weekend with family when the crash
They're
happened.
18 years old. Holy crap!
This is just.
From the 20-year-old National Guardsman to this 18-year-old couple.
Can you scroll down a little bit? Yeah. Let's see if there's. Get some more pictures. This is just sad.
Mm-hmm.
There is a GoFundMe page for those who are interested in supporting this. This is.
Officials not yet released documents for the arresting of Jimenez, but they did confirm his arrest on suspicion of driving under the influence.
I mean, when we were driving home yesterday, the amount of Utah County sheriffs out on the road pulling people.
This
over.
last week, there has been more highway patrolmen than I've seen all year.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's. I have a hard time with.
Of course,
highway patrol,
I'm on the
but-
freeway going to and from work, so.
But this is sad. This is you don't drive under the
we-
influence.
Go to the top and let's get a picture of the
Vehicle.
car.
Yeah, click on those. View all 16. Yeah, let's
Gosh dang.
What? Huh?
just exit
Just
out
hit
of
the bottom left. Hit the
Or
bottom left.
allow. Okay.
Continue without this. No.
Exit.
No. Hit X. Hit X.
Okay. Continue.
There we go.
There you go.
We do not commit the sin of allowing ads.
Good grief.
Look at that car. There's like what in the hell?
Mm-hmm. For everyone else, it's probably pretty small.
Oh my
How
gosh.
many?
Scroll through. Let's see. This. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's near the start of the
Yes.
spaghetti bowl.
Mm-hmm. Right up there near the center of Salt Lake.
Man. Is there any more pictures of the crash?
Yeah,
on
there's
this?
16. Keep scrolling to the right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it shut
Oh
down.
my
There is
gosh.
nothing left.
Yeah, that car is decimated, man.
Is that that might be the driver's car actually?
It may be
Keep
the driver's
scrolling.
car.
Yeah. Keep scrolling. Oh my
Okay, that's
gosh.
definitely their car.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Keep scrolling. Ah, that's sad. You're good to exit out of that.
Ah,
Sorry,
keep
I was
scrolling
just.
through.
I was just.
I would say they're high school sweethearts, but they're barely not even out of high school, basically.
Yeah.
I think it would make sense if they were. They're probably still in high school, in all honesty.
Yeah. It is Utah. Yeah, really sad to
That's.
see this.
I know exactly where that picture was taken. You all should know where that picture was taken too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Well,
Sucks.
Don't
kinda
drive
s-
drunk, okay? If you're gonna freaking drink, be responsible. My hell.
yeah.
I think that's all the articles.
That's
we
all
have.
the articles we got for
That's-
today. I know John had a few things that sounded like he wanted to talk about because he kept giving me a look.
Me?
Yeah, you kept looking at me all funny.
I look at you funny all the time because you
Yeah.
just.
I am ugly. Well, do you have anything else to close out with, John? Logan?
I mean, we missed a couple articles. The girl from the famous meme got baptized as a member of the church.
yeah, it
from
looks
the
like her family's a
one?
member of the church.
Oh,
yeah,
that
I
one?
didn't get
Yeah,
that
this
one pulled
one?
up. That one.
funny one.
Nice.
So,
For those who can't see, I don't know which camera
Chrissy,
I'm on
pull
here.
up the Discord and look for that
Yeah.
article. Let's pull that up. This is
From the
this is-
funny meme. I
dude,
mean,
it gets better.
It's the
Does
gets, it gets better.
okay,
The
pull it
moment
up.
the photo comes from,
We
it's
need to end on a good note.
Yeah.
Because
We do.
holy
Well,
crap.
I'm going to pick a random. Just tell me when to stop
This
scrolling.
is freaking hilarious.
How many
Hey,
did you say
The
you had?
moment
92?
that the
No,
image was
so
taken.
I
basically.
have
Do
193
you need me to come over there and help you out,
quotes.
or-
So
Go 76.
76. Quote 76.
There we go. There it is. So Moroni channel, the girl from the famous meme got baptized to the LDS. to the Latter-day Saint Church.
Oh,
Scroll
this
on
happened
down.
3 years ago.
Yeah, this is actually quite old. Like, this actually is pretty... Oh, what's going on? Scroll down. Let's go to the video.
Oh.
Whoa. That better not be it. Scroll down. Nope. Scroll down. There we go. Oh, pull up that video. So this is her sister.
Do we have it up on the live?
What do you mean?
We're not screen sharing.
Oh, I don't know. It should be.
I
If it's
don't
on here.
see. Give it a second. We're a little bit behind on
Yeah,
the
we
phone.
are a little behind. Go ahead. Let's play the video.
Let's see if we're screen sharing.
This is hilarious.
Hi, Chloe.
That's her,
Hi, Lily.
the meme girl. That's her sister.
What's the matter? Grandpa going out of town?
So
Yeah, we're
let's
screen sharing,
fast
so-
forward a little bit real quick. Pull it up. Go.
What are you
Keep
doing,
going.
Chloe?
Keep going. Oh, no, stop there. Go
Where are
back.
we going, Lily?
Right there. She's happy right now because they passed her school. She thought she was going to school.
Okay, I'll just pull over right.
No school.
We're about to see the moment
See,
this
no
comes from.
school.
She's like, what's wrong with my sister?
You want to ditch school today? Let's ditch school today. I think we should ditch school and go to Disneyland.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go.
You're serious?
Yeah.
No.
We're going to Disneyland again.
Again?
Yes, honey.
Oh my god.
All right, pay attention. Here it comes.
Chloe, we're going to Disneyland.
You can tell I'm going to be in a road trip with this.
Today.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
I have to say,
All
these
right,
were
go ahead and pause it.
these were the best years for memes
Oh, yeah.
and funniness. Which, by the way, did you guys see Vine is coming back?
Oh, is it? Oh,
The
nice.
original founder.
It wasn't
bring
it
back.
part of Twitter initially?
So Twitter bought it.
Twitter bought it from.
So
it was
Vine,
its own
Vine
thing.
was its own independent
It was
thing.
its
Then
own
Twitter
thing.
bought it from,
Ran it into the ground.
and now the original founder
on
of
purpose.
Vine,
On purpose, by the way.
the original owner of Vine, is bringing it back to replace TikTok.
But it's not called Vine anymore. It's they're
What's it
changing-
called? Leaf.
No, it still has Vine in it. They're just trying to bring it up to.
Just call it Vine.
You should.
You're gonna have the
Well, the
millennial
problem is Twitter,
early Gen Z.
Twitter or X does own the rights to it,
No,
probably.
they don't.
No?
I think the founder bought it from Elon.
Oh well, then
And
in
I
that
know
case, you
Elon
should
doesn't
just call it
like.
Vine.
I know he doesn't like YouTube and all these other big suppressive companies.
Yeah.
So hell, if they make an app for it, I'll download it. That brings
Yeah.
back so many happy memories.
Yeah,
The-
Vine was pretty awesome.
The
when
old
it
was
came
six,
out.
great.
the old 6-second videos.
Yes.
And it was murdered. That's the thing. Vine was murdered
It
on
was.
purpose. Well,
But we
any last
have.
things? I know you got one last thing.
I do. We like to end off on
Yeah,
a quote
before
here.
you do that, you got anything else, Logan?
Not really.
All right.
That,
Actually, I
that Tahiti article hit a little too close to home when I
Yeah,
heard about
no,
it.
I get that.
Actually, I do have something I wanted to bring up real quick before we do our quote.
Mhm.
It is still Men's Mental Health Month. And
So bottle up and don't talk to anyone.
no, you don't be a dumbass like that. Pardon my language, but
I'm kidding.
on a serious note, okay? It's rough being a man, and it is important to find people. I'm getting emotional here. It's important to find people that you can trust to talk to. And it's okay to feel miserable and depressed and sad. And it's rough, especially being a dad. We're all three are dads here. And it's hard, to continue to go on. You're not alone, and there's people out there that can help. Hell, whether or not I still have my problems with therapy, but there's good therapists and there's bad therapists, and like I have told lots of friends, we've had instances with dear friends. you can talk to me, hell, I mean, those who know me personally and have my phone number, my phone's always on and available to talk. But reach out. You're not alone in the struggle, and it's very important to not let your brain go to that dark place, because we've all been there. I think we've all been there as guys.
Mm-hmm.
And it's important. And I would actually personally like to do a full episode dedicated to men's mental health. But it's important, and it's not talked about enough.
Mm-hmm.
Is men are put down in the society we live in. We're pretty much just overlooked and pretty much used as a paycheck for everybody. And so hang in there. And all those who are single, hang in there. You'll find a woman eventually, if that's what you want. You will. They're hard to come by. I will say
Good ones.
good ladies are hard to come by now, and as well as good men are hard to come by now too. But when you find them, hold on to them and take care of them, and they'll take care of you. And so I just wanted to bring that out, as it's very important.
You're worth fighting for. Stay in there.
I'm gonna cry, dude. It's a rough subject, but it needs to be brought up, and we love you. I'll say that. I hate that there's a stigma around that word, saying that to other guys. I mean, I never used to say it to my dad, and now I do. And like, when my dad says I love you to me, like, because before we just kind of assumed it, but now that he actually like, I love you, Jonathan, it hits differently. So tell your bro you love him. It's not gay, okay? It's not stupid. I mean, just say it and watch out for each other. So that's what I wanted to say before we...
No, I totally get it. That's one thing I've noticed since joining the guys' night group when I first got invited in, is I've noticed that the atmosphere we've created around it has allowed, and we've talked about people in the group, has allowed them to come to us and actually talk about their problems. We've been able to help them out.
Either as just like, because these
How
personal levels or group levels
I was
that
gonna
they've
say,
talked.
How big is the crew? Like 20 of us?
20, sometimes
Overall,
25, depends.
Overall, it's probably about 30 people total, and then you have about 20 people who actively engage in conversation on the apps or whatnot, or on the phones. And then it's probably varies anywhere from probably
10 to 15.
8 to 15 are regular attendees.
To when we actually physically get together.
Yeah.
But it's allowed, and I mean, shout out if you guys want to do this in your own hometowns, wherever you are. Get together once a month with your homies.
Yeah.
And I mean,
reach out
we
to us,
barbecue
tell us
and-
what we do, and tell us what, or ask us the questions about what we do and whatnot. We'll give you all the information we can.
But it is created an environment. I mean, I've watched, like, I don't want to call us therapeutic, but we have been. But we have been.
Since I'm one of the newer members, though. But since just being a member of the group, I have seen a lot of growth just in the people in the time I've been there. And so overall, it has helped. And that's like, there was an article we didn't bring up, but about these guys who are going here in Utah to Costco meals together. It's like freaking 20 of them or something. It's like, it's awesome. Keep doing it.
That
Keep
right
it
there
up.
is $3 and you get everything you freaking want from Costco. But it's just as a shout out, is you're not alone. You really aren't alone. So hang in there. It's okay. Life sucks at times, but not all the time. And just...
But it can suck more if you choose to let it suck more.
And it's...
You can... There are many things you can change, and the biggest part is your own attitude, or also your own willingness to talk to the guys around you who will be there for you.
Okay, wait a minute. Sorry. Random distraction from somebody.
Oh my gosh.
No.
What did he send this time?
Dallin just sent, are we about to bomb Venezuela? So you know how you can track airplanes? there's 2 military craft headed to Venezuela.
It's a distraction.
It could be a
Probably.
distraction.
I mean,
Anyway,
look at Guam. But
Well,
I
look at Iran. There was the military airplanes you could track going over to like Guam or whatnot, and then there were the ones who were actually doing the bombing that you couldn't track.
yeah.
It's a
Hey.
distraction.
Anywho,
So yeah.
oh,
that's
he was
pretty cool.
asking if there's more info on this.
Oh well,
So
no clue. We'll have to
maybe
look
do-
that up for next
But
week.
before we
For-
leave,
hang in there, guys. Before you get to that, John.
yeah,
As a special treat for those of you who have gone this far and to listen to our shenanigans,
Our crap.
we have some treats coming out for you guys here Wednesday and then in 2 weeks. We was able to pull two guys
Oh.
from the group and interview them, just kind of ask them kind of who they are and what they stand for kind of situations. First one coming out will be our good buddy Dallin.
Mm-hmm. He is the originator of the guys' night.
He's the old king of the guys' night. And then afterwards, depending on who we get in before the second one drops, it could either be a buddy of ours by the name of Elijah or somebody else.
I know you were talking to someone who wouldn't mind
Yes.
going on.
There's two.
there's
Two more.
there's
Two?
a couple.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a couple.
I'm not in charge of handling guests.
So keep an eye out for those.
Yes,
And that's
tune
by
in.
design,
We
'cause-
are. You guys asked. We told you guys that we would be dropping 2 videos a week, and it's been a long time in planning. It is hard to get people who want to sit in front of a camera and talk.
And I mean, there's a lot of people who just freeze up when the camera turns on. It's a real thing.
It is.
It's a real thing.
It's hard. Okay, I have to. Even though we have our articles, it is hard to talk for 2.5 hours. It is, but it isn't.
Well, we'll put it this way. When it was just Kyle and I, we was an hour and a half. And we felt like we was stretching it out.
Oh yeah.
You guys are pretty bland. I'm
You
just going to be
really,
blunt.
we
so,
are, and you really help fill the air, John.
So, you also need to freaking smile more because the pictures you send me for these thumbnails, you guys are like, I'm a man, I'm tough, I have no emotions.
So you know where the best place to get that is?
Where?
From the live stream. Well,
Yeah, I
actually,
know,
like,
I know.
it's fun.
See, look at
There
that.
you
See,
go.
you do
Nope.
smile.
No, I didn't.
But
No, I didn't. I did
As
not
we're
smile.
coming up on 2.5 hours,
That is fact check false.
What? What, from Politico?
as
Yes, it was political.
Bunch of liars.
so, as we come to the end of here, before we close out here, we always like to end with a quote, and I have 197 that I have written down. And Logan here picked the one. We have quote number 76.
Uh-oh.
So, we're going to find out what it says right now.
Oh, gosh.
Okay, this quote
Please
is
be pertinent.
attributed
Please be pertinent.
to
Please be pertinent.
C.S. Lewis. It is
Oh,
attributed
okay.
to
There you
him.
go. It's a
Okay?
Christian quote.
Okay, so here we go. Hardships often prepare ordinary people for an extraordinary destiny.
I like it.
I would
Very
like
good.
to leave you guys with that. Think about it, use your brains, and I turn it over to Kyle.
I guess the harder your life is, the more extraordinary you are going to be. Well, thank you for tuning in. I can see some of the duct tape that's holding this shit show together falling off, so we better get out of here before it collapses completely. You guys have a good night.